They got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it. Why you be all in my line about nothing? Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with it who lying for nothing. I see that we different, you riding, I double. I don't do discussions on bragging about hundreds. Don't go to your places, I know that they sunken. Don't call me your brother, I barely could trust it. I talked to a shorty, she bagging the bucket. And I'ma need all of my dollars on corporate, so hand me the money, I divvy the pie. I'ma give all of my people a portion to build them a fortune. I'm flipping the ride. I can't be mixy when iffy the vibe. And 40 on 50 is really the time. Why is you all on my phone like you want me? Like you wasn't pushing the kid to the side. I don't know if you thinking I'm blind. Cross on my crosses and dot on my eyes. Done with your efforts, I'm dealing with pressures. I know it's a lesson, that's word of the wise. Dubbing the mixes I'm mixing, I know I've been missing. I needed some personal time. All the pictures, dimensions, I don't with your digits. I mean it, I'm staying inside. Cause they got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it.
For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. 8-6 all the hay. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the. On record, off record. I still count wins when they doubt it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want to act, not the ghost. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, things done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste. Running through it with the young influence, adolescent presence, I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected, but the moves elusive, and I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winners when I know you're losing, so I work the winners and they throw the deuces. Guess I had to pivot, shooting no bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper cash, fuck a tax, that's a joke. Tell them laugh, Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag. Brody plot, but get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's straps. Whoa, whoa, whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, things done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste. Facts, I need racks, paper cash, fuck a tax, that's a joke. Tell them laugh, Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag. Brody plot, but get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's straps. Whoa, whoa, whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, things done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste. For the record.
Who the hell can stop me? Go!
could stop me? Go!
Highs with the lowest lows. That's like these days. World chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy. The highs with the lowest lows. That's like these days. World chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy. Any day could've been dead. High school price on my head. Paranoid lying in my bed. Pray to God they don't turn my shirt cherry red. I was lost, didn't know me. Introduced myself to codeine. 6 months was a dope fiend. Philly didn't even know things. There was a low me. Swear to God it would've owed me. Everything you ever told me. Everything you ever showed me. I forgot it. Caused me drama. I used to stay on one. Now I changed on them. The highs with the lowest lows. That's life these days. World chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, hey. Hit the highs with the lowest lows. That's like these days. World chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, hey. I just saw Jizzy got a plane. Guess that's what he meant when he said nothing was the same. Lately I've been grounded, energizing off the pain. Some things gon' change, I'm just soaking up the game. Through the mud, out the rain, like I remember all those same nights. Now I'm on top, no stage fright. Now I'm on go, no brake lights. Hit the pedal, hit the engine roar. No fear like a matador. Breaking trends and I'm making more. Going up, climbing ladders more. I can't be stopped. Now I do what I want. Real, no front. All the way to the top. Highs with the lowest lows. That's like these days. World chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy. Hit the highs with the lowest lows. That's like these days. World chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy.
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Mobbing with my brothers, there's no question, keep it real. Whether we East coastin' or we in the hidden hills. In the poppin' straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you callin' bluffs, I show and prove it is for real. Son of God, not a son of sin. Keep it off the books and keep it coming in. Bitch, the old whip, see what I'm coming in. The inside caramel just like 100 grand. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Heard you moving funny, had to cut you off. Had some more friends like my brothers, I can't trust it all. Same ones in your corner, wanna see you fall. Now I only need a hand to count the ones who ball with me. Down to fall with me. Down to put it on the line when lose or draw with me. Those my brothers, different mothers, part of par with me. Got the Bonnie to my class, she break the law with me. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. The jig is up. Yeah. I came too far, I ain't giving up. Hey. I had to cut what was weighing me down, and then when you grow, they say that you switching up here to perimeter. Defending the fort, we crushing the visitors. I got it locked, ain't taking a prisoner. Thought it was sweet until they chin hit with a finisher. Heartbreak, Nikki, I'm voiding the slips. I'm raising the stakes, enjoying the risk. Injecting my veins with ice, as cold as it gets. I live for this shit. Die as a legend, I ride with aggression. I lost in the past, it's fine, it's a lesson. I'm loading the clips, I fire the weapons and taking what's mine. It's time for redemption. Yeah. I came too far, I ain't giving up. Hey, I had to cut what was weighing me down, and then when you grow, they say that you switching up here to perimeter. Defending the fort, we crushing the visitors. I got it locked, ain't taking a prisoner. Thought it was sweet until they chin hit with a finisher. Heartbreak, Nikki, I'm voiding the slips. I'm raising the stakes, enjoying the risk. Injecting my veins with ice, as cold as it gets. I live for this shit. Die as a legend, I ride with aggression. I lost in the past, it's fine, it's a lesson. I'm loading the clips, I fire the weapons and taking what's mine. It's time for redemption. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Take what's mine. Take what's time for redemption.
I'm at the mark spot. It take blood, it take sweat, it take time. I won't stop. I'm in mode, I'm on go. too strong. I won't bend, I won't break. While my spot.
Your hands in the air for this, hands in the air for this, hands in the air for this, hands in the. You should have your hands in the air for this, hands in the air for this, hands in the hands in the hands in the air.
I had none at all. Wanted 10 cribs, wanted 4 cars, wanted more ice, wanted more grills. Set it in stone, told myself life better damn gear. Before I get ghosts and it get real. When the best said, bet it on slim, manifest twice. I had nothing left, ain't do nothing right, but when all in, loaded up dice, know I'm gon' win, work it out later. When the odds lean, back in my favor, ain't no taking back wages, pay it up full with a paper. Running, 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 running after that, running after that, running, running, running after that. What a comers at, running, running, running after that. What a comers at, running, running, running after that. I'm at the my spot, it take blood, it take sweat, it take time. I won't stop, I'm in mode, I'm on go, I'm gon' die for my spot. I won't move, I won't shake, I won't drop for my spot. Been too long, been too strong. I won't bend, I won't break for my spot.
Your hands in the air for this, hands in the air for this, hands in the air for this, hands in the. You should have your hands in the air for this, hands in the air for this, hands in the hands in the hands in the air for this.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection. I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection. I summon and dub it. Why you be all on my line about nothing? Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with it who line for nothing. I see that we different, you riding, I double. I don't do discussions on bragging about hundreds. Don't go to your places, I know that they sunken. Don't call me your...
Hello and welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and Mlbb freaks, and everyone who likes a lot of adjustments being done to gold laners, because this is the first round we are having up to this pretty tasty patch notes, right? A lot of stuff happened there, but we will get to it in our yapping sessions. You know, us two, Warren 1x and Scared, right? I almost fumbled, but I would never All right, we have the second qualifier for the MEC second season, so there are 2 twos. I don't know, we will see more, maybe. Who's up to say? Scared, we are blasting it off with the first match, Opertum against Carpe Diem. You should know both of these teams. Do they ring a bell?
They kind of do, if anything. Carpe Diem, we've got some good names there, right? Apart from all the rosters that we were actually looking at, Carpe Diem seems to be one of those strong teams which we were kind of expecting to see in that top 3 so that they could qualify in the MEC regular season, right? So I'm kind of... I would have to say, I think so if I were to choose one, I'll be leaning in towards Carpe Diem a little bit because we have already seen these players perform. Talk to me about Opertum a little bit. Tell me about them, right, Warren? Because you were just talking about them right before we moved on here.
Oh, I was indeed. But there were many changes to the roster because, for example, we cannot see their mid laner. He has been switched off for someone else. I don't know if that's a state to be staying. right? Because I was checking their socials and I didn't see a new roster announcement. So maybe it's something they are trying out. Maybe it's something, I don't know. We will see, of course. But yeah, they have a lot of familiar names on that roster. But yeah, a couple of players have been switched for someone else. We have Key, we have Nizu, we have Warpath. That's a name. That's a name I really like to see. That I really like to read. So let's see how well can he kind of boost up the team. We have Parker, we have Maharaga. That's another name that wasn't really on their roster, and Mikazuya. So that's the band of brothers that will be fighting for the side of Oportum Esports. And on this other side, we have Carpe Diem, and you were mentioning them, so probably you have all the players in front of you. Go for it.
I mean, there's a couple of Carpe Diems that I'm actually reading out here, but I think so the one that we are referring to is going to be the one which has Kyusin, Pankrat, Yuichi, right? Some of those old names, which we have seen previously in the MEC as well. We've seen their performances.
We did.
We know what they are capable of. So there's a high possibility we might end up seeing them maybe taking the big W. But you mentioned players like Warpath, right? If I'm not wrong, he was playing in the roster of Memento Mori that ended up in the top 2. Or yeah. Right. My bell is ringing.
He was, yeah, he absolutely was. Your memory is correct. He was there. And I love to see the players from Memento kind of, showing up somewhere. We had Fushi, we have Noel, even though they were against each other. Now we have Warpath, so
yeah.
Who's to say? Maybe we will see more of them. I'm just a little bit sad that they didn't make it work together, because together they were looking kind of good. We got the insights from the interview back in the times of their playing. We kind of saw that they were kind of on the chill side, having fun playing it for that part, and it was kind of working out, and especially against old Boars Gaming Marashiv. It was kind of interesting to see that clash of that surgical precision and that kind of little bit more chilled out atmosphere. Well, let's see if Warpath can bring this into Oportum, or if maybe he wasn't really the chill guy, maybe he was the locked in guy. So who's to say, really?
That's one of the big things, right? Because Oportum is now bringing in that experience of what happened in the previous MEC regular season into this new qualifiers, which again, where every other team is starting from the very first starting line. There's no special treatment being given to everyone. It's one fair square shot at the qualifiers into the slots of the regular season, and then you move your journey up forward out there. I know there's something you want to say about it. What is it?
Yeah, well, there is some special treatment, a little bit of it. Because, for example, we have VSG that got directly invited. So there is a little bit of the special treatment.
That is true. But out here this time around, right, there's only 2 invitational slots. There were 6 teams which will be qualifying in from the open qualifiers. Out of which, you already have 3. If you remember, the ones who qualified in from the previous one, right? We have Boars Gaming, we've got Unix, we've also got Invictus T1, which, by the way, I believe they're going to be rebranded pretty soon, and that should be announced as well out there. On the other side of the spectrum, you know that these 3 teams now making it up with those couple of invited teams as well. We'll be watching these qualifiers closely, Warren, because guess what? Today we will find out which are those 3 teams, or rather not just today, in the next 3 days we're going to be figuring out which are those 3 teams which will end up joining those top 5 already.
Well, but on the note of making all those introductions and all those statements, what's gonna happen, all the matches that will be played, we will be hopping into a short break, because we need to make sure that everyone has a good connectivity, and Oportum and their opponents will be played in a good fashion, everything be resolved and up and running at 100% speed. So we will be right back after a short break. Don't go anywhere.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems, I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it.
Why you be all in my line about nothing? Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with it who lying for nothing. I see that we different, you riding, I double. I don't do discussions on bragging about hundreds. Don't go to your places, I know that they sunken. Don't call me your brother, I barely could trust it. I talked to a shorty, she bagging the bugging. And I'ma need all of my dollars on corporate, so hand me the money, I divvy the pie. I'ma give all of my people a portion to build them a fortune. I'm flipping the ride. I can't be mixy when iffy the vibe. And 40 on 50 is really the time. Why is you all on my phone like you want me? Like you wasn't pushing the kid to the side. I don't know if you thinking I'm blind. Cross on my crosses and dot on my eyes. Done with your efforts, I'm dealing with pressures. I know it's a lesson, that's word of the wise. Dubbing the mixes I'm mixing, I know I've been missing. I needed some personal time. All the pictures, dimensions, I don't with your digits. I mean it, I'm staying inside. Cause they got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems, I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems, I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. 8-6 all the hay. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars, I'm flipping the. On record, off record, I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record, I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record, I still want to act, not the ghost. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link no time to waste.
Running through it with the young influence, adolescent presence, I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected, but the moves elusive and I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winners when I know you're losing, so I work the winners and they throw the deuces. Guess I had to pivot, shooting no bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper cash, fuck a tax, that's a joke. Tell them laugh, Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag. Brody plot, forget a whack, contract, give me the facts. I got laugh on my back, you ain't that, then it's straps.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link no time to waste.
Facts, I need racks, paper cash, fuck a tax, that's a joke. Tell them laugh, Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag. Brody plot, forget a whack, contract, give me the facts. I got laugh on my back, you ain't that, then it's straps.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link no time to waste. For the record.
Who the hell can stop me? chained up, he on lockdown. He find God now. On my way up. The highs with the lows. That's like these days. Bro chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy. The highs with the lows. That's like these days. Bro chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy. Any day could've been dead. High school price on my head. Paranoid lying in my bed. Pray to God they don't turn my shirt cherry. I was lost, didn't know me. Introduced myself to codeine. 6 months was a dope fiend. Philly didn't even know things. There was a low me. Swear to God it would've owed me. Everything you ever told me. Everything you ever showed me. I forgot it. Caused me drama. I used to stay on one. Now I changed on them. The highs with the lows. That's life these days. Bro chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy. Hit the highs with the lows. That's like these days. Bro chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy. I just saw Jizzy got a plane. Guess that's what he meant when he said nothing was the same. Lately I've been grounded, energizing off the pain. Some things gon' change, I'm just soaking up the game. Through the mud, out the rain, like I remember all those same nights. Now I'm on top, no stage fright. Now I'm on go, no brake lights. Hit the pedal, hit the engine roar. No fear like a matador. Breaking trends and I'm making more. Going up, climbing ladders more. I can't be stopped. Now I do what I want.
Hello, we are back from the break. We are so relaxed. We basically were on holidays, right? Scared. I flew over to India actually. We were there together, having a blast. That's how fast airplanes are nowadays. Don't worry about it. Well, they are actually so fast that we will be having Opportunity Esports against Purity Webby. There's a little bit of a change because yeah, now we have Purity Webby. But don't fret. The Carpe Diem that we were supposed to have against Opportunity were fake Carpe Diem. They were not really the real deal. So don't worry, Carpe Diem, the old school we know, they are still playing, up and running. Scared. We have Purity Webby, that's a little bit of a change, but still, what we said for Opportunity still stands. If we talk about Purity Webby, a little bit of a mystery for me, but is it for you too?
Yeah, I mean, exactly the same mystery for me as well. Just a few names out here, Light, Devita, Hennes, Garks, and I hope it's Night Love. It could also be Night Lovell, depending on how you're going to pronounce that name.
Asmodeus, actually.
Sabi.
That rings a bell for me.
There as well, yeah. It kind of does, but
we saw him.
I think it's a...
I think he was somewhere. Yeah, I think he was. I think I casted a game where Asmodeus was. Well, other than Asmodeus, that rings a bell for a bit. It's kind of a mystery. But you know what's not a mystery? They were able to get through the round 1 into the round 2. So they are tested. They already got through the first round. So that plays for them. They got a little bit of their practice. They are warmed up a little bit, you could say. Because I believe that Opportunity had the free win in the first round, didn't they?
I mean, I think so, yeah. They actually got to buy this.
Yeah,
so
they got to pass.
Purity Webby is going to be the first team they will be playing out here in the Open Qualifiers. And by the way, people, there's a lot of games happening in the Open Qualifiers. They're happening right now as we speak as well. So, again, we'll be streaming out a few games out here. And the first one is going to be, as Warren rightfully mentioned, Opportunity Esports taking on Purity Webby. I'm surprised that I'm not actually fumbling down on that name, though. But the winner of this game will eventually face Manticore, who are waiting after winning against God's Empire. It's just around that one group that's been working out. There's quite a lot of groups, so it's just a lot of competition, man, for only 3 slots that are available, that too for the main stage. It's gonna be fun.
I mean, there was over 200 registered teams altogether in total. So that's a huge number. How many teams are in Europe? I had no idea we have so many Mlbb lovers right there. But, well, the numbers don't lie. And the competition is fierce, as you were mentioning. So many groups battling it out. Everyone to their own. So yeah, we will be kind of jumping back and forth. We will try to catch the interesting matches. That's what we have prepared for you. And when we get deeper and deeper, we will be starting to have those BO3s. But right now it's just BO1s. It's quick. It's up to whoever gets the gun out faster. It's kind of like Wild West, bang bang, you know.
One shot at the glory. You win it, you move forward. You lose it, you drop the ball for probably quite a lot of time, right? Probably a few weeks, maybe a few months, depending on when Surge decide to bring out the next event. Though there could be.
I mean, if
happening
we are
very
talking,
soon.
if we are talking
go ahead,
MEC, you are gonna have to wait next year, because yeah, maybe it will get sped up. I don't know. I don't have the info. Will it? Because I don't think so. So for MEC, you will have to wait the next year, because this is the second qualifier and you don't get any more chances. This is it. Can you get it, or will you break when you are trying to achieve it? That's the questions here. And since we have the new patch and you are kind of the second most smart person in the casters team around patch notes, the first one is of course Kronos. We cannot take it away from him. He would cry. He would cry.
Alright.
Scared. I'm doing it just because of him. He would be sad. You know Kronos. He needs that. He needs to be glazed. He wouldn't
why
handle
do you feel
it.
like it is? It's like when you're having a competition with someone who's obviously better than you, and then the other person is like, "All right, you know what? You won that competition, right? So that to give you the prize and everything." I understand what you're trying to do here, Warren. Again, not me, Warren. It's your words. I'm just pulling your leg, my man. But yeah, quite a few things in this draft, if anything. Now, a lot of marksmen's receiving the buff, some mana adjustments, movement speed adjustments, and everything. But a few stand actually out, and I really like them. One of them is definitely the rework on the Brody skill 1, at least, with the amount of damage now that he would actually deal with would be based on those stacks from the skill 1. So if you've got 4 stacks, you get a bonk from skill 1, it's gonna hit you pretty decently. Melissa's work is something that I really like right now, right? Because apart from what the go away used to do, now there's an additional effect of getting a shield. And then the rework on a skill 1's dash as well, which normally would go on a pretty hefty cooldown depending on how much you're able to hit cuddles and muddles combination and the enemy. Now it is not that. You get that back in what, around 3.5 seconds, get a couple of cooldown reduction items, it's even faster. So right from the first or second minute, you can be really aggressive in the lane, have that range as well with the doll, play around with it. I'm kind of liking it, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be one Ukrainian sitting here who would be loving it.
Oh yeah. He just might. Immediately when I saw that buff, his name popped up in my head. I think most people that are glued to the Mlbb pro scene in Europe, they knew. Well, on the other hand, I have 2 highlights from the patch notes. One, we cannot see yet, because he is still getting gate capped. He is still jailed up in the cage. He will not be let out until some time passes. That's kind of the stuff that happens to new heroes and revamped heroes. And we have others. Did you see the cinematic for it? It was kind of cute. I cracked up. I cried a little bit. Honestly, like, it was so cute.
It is. I absolutely love with what they were doing there. I think so. I'm kind of an old school guy, so I was really liking that old Ola still has a few tricks to show kind of vibe.
Yeah, that hit.
Yes, you know,
that one hit
I know,
hard.
right? That hit different. So I was like, maybe they could have kept the same everything and then would have just changed the skill set entirely. That could have made it a big difference out here. But to be honest, I'm not complaining. It's pretty busted. We were having this discussion with Kronos. He said it to us that hero is busted right now. He's got so much damage, quite a lot of CC immunity, and if anything, that kind of makes things open for picks like the Kaja, maybe sometimes, if possible, maybe even a Franco, if someone wants to play it. Because apart from that suppression, I don't think so anything else is actually going to catch on to him.
Well, there's the thing. If you can stun him before his spell starts going, he doesn't have the CC immunity, so you need to catch him in the first part, which of course is tricky, because he can just run up from the jungle where he was charging that up, and then he has the CC immunity. So pretty hard, pretty tricky to pull it off. But, well, Harid being banned, and that was another guy that we were talking about. And you even mentioned a crazy thing, so Scared, just say it here, so you can say that, alright people, I was the first guy who said it, I was the prophet, so go for it.
I mean, okay, I've got a different take here, right? Kronos was mentioning that he's going to be busted in the gold lane back again, considering the buff onto Harith and also the Starlium side. Now that passive, the true damage, it kind of resets back in, what, 1.5 seconds? So you can constantly utilize that, especially with Harith. And now, with all the European players, especially who were going in for the Feather of Heaven as the first item, it's highly possible, Warren, we might see the Starlium site being brought back. And also, slight change, the build path of Starlium site has been changed a bit. Now you've got the Book of Sages with it instead of the previous item. So,
Mystic
yeah, that
Container
was the Mystic Container. Yeah, exactly, the spellbound thingy. So, now you can just simply prioritize that, make those two items, it will make Starlium site even more cheap. Added first item, priority, that's what I think. But I personally feel that his buff in the jungle is, it's pretty insane. Now I know, as I said, Kronos has a different take on it. He thinks that it's not going to be enough right now with how the mechanics of the jungle are working versus how the rotations are working around the map. But I personally feel like it's highly possible to bring this man back into the jungle. You can try and go for that fast farming phase as well, but you need to have a proper composition around it. So that is going to be the catch.
Desperately needs.
Yeah, and since we are talking proper composition, Marcel got a buff as well, but the buff Marcel will not be played, at least in this game.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, it's a BO1, so Opertum and Purity Webby are taking on each other. And well, blue side, and they secure a Juxin. Oh my! This starts off so good for the blue team. I cannot stress it enough. Juxin has been a staple, and now they have it.
That's one thing, right? I believe it's probably because of the bans that are in the section right now. The Harley, Harith, as well as the Cho, which left the room open for not only Jushin, by the way, it's also a Freya available, a Phobius available. You've got the Buck CIS since he's banned out, so you've got the Fred as well if you want to go into the jungle. Not against the Jushin, but with the Jushin, if anything. There's a lot of room right now in the entirety of the draft. Should be a Freya, though. Freya Phobius. I know you're reading cards, but Freya Phobius. Alright.
Which I was made for.
I feel like Yves could have waited, because no one's gonna take it away from you. You have that last pick before the bans, so you could have kind of waited. On the contrary, if you do it like that, you can adapt a little bit more. And also there's another part to that, and that is that you are also picking first after the bans. So maybe you are still trying to cook up something else. It's still there. It's still there. You can still utilize it. Though Leomord and Grog are going into the hands where already Juxin is. Grog with Juxin, super good prio, but the combination of both heroes, I'm not the biggest fan of that.
Yeah, it kind of depends on how you're using this Grog, right? On the other side of the spectrum though, now, Carry was locked in just to kind of have that decent lane in the gold lane, even if Optimum Esports decided to go for the Freya Carry can lane fairly well against that. But now my question is, do you prioritize the Phobius here, or do you go for something else that can actually dive on the Jushin and annoy her? Because you do need someone who can zone away this Jushin. And yeah, they go in for the Phobius, don't want to change it, and now they've got the ban out of. Do you ban out of Claude here?
Will it grant immortality?
Depends, really depends. Depends how you look at it, but they have so much AoE that they could really try to think and build on it, so I catch your drift. I think it could be a decent ban. Alice, on the other hand, makes a lot of sense too. But right now, I would really like that, Claude, because then you kinda force them, and the Harith is already banned, so then you kind of force them to try to cook something up, and yeah, if they go Granger, he is decent. He's decent. I think that's another natural option for them. But I don't know how well he would do.
Yeah, it's a Claude. It's a Claude. Because I was thinking it in the lineup of Optimum Esports, right? You've got the Grog for the front line, you also have the Leomord who will dive up, and he was literally the most immobile target when she's in the RWM. So BMI, Blazing Duet, easy pickoffs. That's why they banned out the Alice as well, because again, Open area, go in for the Thorn of Ruin, can zone out carry as well pretty decently. That gives time for Claude to run around and do his own thing with the Dexter. Kalia Gwen, decent bans. Good flex in the jungle with a Gwen.
I don't like Hylos. I don't think it's... I mean, if we are thinking how good can it be, well, it can be good if they lock in Moscow, of course, but it can also be good because they all want to run in, and he can kind of stop that with the Glorious Pathway, or maybe make an exit plan for the rest of his team to kind of kite back, and that's what Carrie would really like. She just wants to go either front to back and go in, or kite back, and that's what Hylos can utilize. Why I wasn't liking it was that I was kinda on the rail where Granger will be locked in, and I wasn't really thinking about anyone else. But with Moscow, yeah, it's reasonable.
I kind of like the Hylos, just because of the fact that you have got that beefy front line, which you rightfully mentioned. With the carry, you want that front to back. Plus, the Glorious Pathway pairs up really well with the real world manipulation of the Eve. So that's also a pretty solid option out there. You've got the Martis locked in on the other side. You also have got the Sasuke. So you against a Leo mod. It does good, but you need to quickly outfarm him.
Mortis could be really deadly. It's a ban I sometimes like to pull myself when I'm trying to lock in Favos early on, because I feel like he could really threaten you, since as Favos you really thrive when you are low and you are clutching it out through the passive, through the monolith, through the spellbomb, through the ults, all like that. But he really shuts that down. It's similar story with Lapu, but against Favos it's exactly the same. He shuts you down. You kinda just working around with a half of your HP, because anytime you get under that, you get popped. And with the Skypiercer buffs, that alright, didn't happen quite recently, but still, it's like half a year ago, I don't know, something like that, 4 months. So that really plays even more into it, and I'm happy that I'm seeing Peruti Webby to pick it up and kind of show us what's up. I'm really excited about this matchup, because in my head I think Mortis should be winning, but well, let's leave it to the players.
Now here's one thing, right, and I'm gonna let you in on an insight out here. In the South Asian scene, specifically Indian scene, there is one team that likes to pick the Martyrs up in the EXP lane quite a lot. It used to be a pocket pick, but then it went down to be the main pick, and that is team S8QL Anti. He likes to pick it up, works really well, and exactly as you said, it is those Sky Piercers which eventually stack up and then destroy your entire line. Now the main idea behind it is that you really need those first 2 kills. It's kind of similar to how a Granger would normally work in the gold lane, where once you build the Sky Piercer, you want him to get a couple of kills and then simply go on to that snowball route. Same thing with Martis. Sky Piercer with the Sea Halberd in the second item ends up going on a spree. Now you want more team fights. Martis hops in the middle of it when the enemies are kind of chunked down, a little bit low. Go in for the Mortal Coil, Decimation, clean up the field. He acts as a cleanup. And that's why I kind of like this in Leo mod into the Martis area as well, because you've got a lot of kiting, a lot of mobility. You can constantly dish out the AoE damage and make life easy for Martis. So let's see if it actually works out or not.
Exactly, you mentioned it. AoE damage, that's what you have a lot of. So usually with Leomord, it's kind of tricky to finish off the low HP targets, because they will flicker, they will dash, they will do something like this. But you have Martis, you have that security, he can flicker on top, get one execution, then he has the speed up, and he gets them pop, he gets them all. So yeah, I agree with you, the composition is sitting together nicely. The only tricky part will be how well can Moscow navigate the early phases of the game, because he is on the weaker side, as we know, until he gets the Trinity, even compared to Carrie, because Carrie can still dish out a decent damage through her passive even before the Trinity, where that on-hit Moscow is kind of reliant on the passives through the Trinity items. So it really depends. Also, Hylos is there to kind of shut down Moscow. We will see how well can they execute it. But I'm all up for Martis, which is unusual for me, because I'm a lover for Favos. He is my baby. But I'm all up for Martis. Let's go.
Quite a big bulky baby you have, man. But alright, I'm not gonna question your choices, Warren. I don't question the choices of my co-casters. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I'm kind of with you on board with that, right? With the amount of dashes that Martis has, even that skill 1, right? It kind of ends up being the small dash which the Phobius can actually capitalize on. It will depend on that skill matchup. Who ends up landing their skills properly, how you're going to kite around that. But not for that lane, as you rightfully mentioned, even towards that goal. The priority is with the other side. You've got the carry against a Moskov. Now, the only one reason why I don't really like the Moskov pick in most of the scenarios is because he doesn't need 3 items, he needs 4 items. Unless you've got the Mlbb gun, I don't see him being so prevalent in those team fights, considering you will be in that executable range of the other people, right? There's a very subtle range which you have to play around with, and with the amount of mobility there is, I don't think so it's going to be easy, especially not against an Eve. But one good thing which can work in this situation is going to be that Spear of Destruction on the immobile targets. That could be the big thing.
It could. And honestly, he could even use it during the team fights, where he doesn't really join with it, because we saw a lot of Moscows, of course, joining with it. That's natural. You split push, you join with the ult. But he could utilize it even mid-fight, where, for example, Hylos is running for him, he sees an opening, and he goes for that Eve who is casting the RWM, and he repositions, and suddenly Hylos has such a big problem, because he needs to decide, am I running back but I'm not tanking anymore to try to deal with Moscow, or am I running forward and I leave Eve to deal with it herself? So
Yeah.
if that's something that can come up, well, but as we were mentioning, we need to make sure every connection is stable, and on this mission we need to hop in on a little bit of a short break. We are sorry for that, but don't worry, we will catch you back after this one.
The highs with the lows. That's like these days. World chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy. The highs with the lows. That's like these days. World chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy. Any day could have been dead. High school price on my head. Paranoid lying in my bed. Pray to God they don't turn my shirt red. I was lost, didn't know me. Introduced myself to codeine. 6 months was a dope fiend. Philly didn't even know things. There was a low me. Swear to God it would've hold me. Everything you ever told me. Everything you ever showed me. I forgot it. Caused me drama. I used to stay on one. Now I changed on them. The highs with the lows. That's life these days. Bro chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy. Hit the highs with the lows. That's like these days. Bro chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy. I just saw Jizzy got a plane. Guess that's what he meant when he said nothing was the same. Lately I've been grounded, energizing off the pain. Some things gon' change, I'm just soaking up the game. Through the mud, out the rain, like I remember all those same nights. Now I'm on top, no stage fright. Now I'm on go, no brake lights. Hit the pedal, hit the engine roar. No fear like a matador. Breaking trends and I'm making more. Going up, climbing ladders more. I can't be stopped. Now I do what I want. Real, no front. All the way to the top. Highs with the lows. That's life these days. World chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy. The highs with the lows. That's life these days. World chained up, he on lockdown. Phone call 3 ways. I just pray that he find God now. It's no replay. On my way up to the top now. That's on me, ayy. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Mobbing with my brothers, there's no question, keep it real. Whether we East coastin' or we in the hidden hills. In the poppin' straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you callin' bluffs, I show and prove it is for real. Son of God, not a son of sin. Keep it off the books and keep it coming in. Bitch the old whip, see what I'm coming in. The inside caramel just like 100 grand. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Heard you moving funny, had to cut you off. Had some more friends like my brothers, I can't trust it all. Same ones in your corner, wanna see you fall. Now I only need a hand to count the ones who ball with me. Down to fall with me. Down to put it on the line when lose or draw with me. Those my brothers, different mothers, part of par with me. Got the body to my class, she break the law with me. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this.
Welcome back. It's me, Warren. Join with Scared Yet. I actually lost the 1x somewhere. Yeah, I lost it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Scared, do you have it? Do you have it somewhere with you? Did I lose it on my trip to India? Did I lose it there?
I mean,
Can you check?
I might have hidden it when you fumbled me, right? I might have hidden it when you fumbled me in the opening. Don't worry, Warren. You're not the only one who's fumbled me. It's happened with me twice already the previous time.
I'm sorry,
Might
sir.
not want to start those things here. All right, no, and I haven't stolen your 1x, man. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hidden somewhere. But in order to find that, we might have to go all the way into the land of Dawn too. Not right away, maybe pretty soon. But Warren, what are your thoughts on the draft? We've seen both of them. Tell me how you see it panning out.
First, Martis, I'm gonna look on every angle, every move he's making. I'm gonna love every second of it, I can tell you that.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna look out for the Moscow player, because with Moscow it's either make or break. It's not really like, and now I have to choose wisely because I don't really want to insult anyone. Alright, I'm gonna say it's not really like with Cloud. It's not really like with Cloud. You know, like with Cloud, you stack it up, you ult in, and that's kind of the stuff. If you find one good angle and for 3 seconds they're in the same spot, you made your job, you did the damage. For Moscow, it's really consistent work. You need to always be dashing on the edge of their target range, and you need to be dancing on that edge of the blade. If you're not good at it, Moscow is not the hero for you. And it's hard to be good at it, because usually as a marksman you kind of want to be kept away from them and you want to utilize your range, but those low range marksmen, that's the tricky part. And Moscow, if he is not the one with the lowest range, he is one of the lowest ranges. I don't know, you can hook me up with that knowledge, but I think isn't he the literal lowest range in the game?
I mean, in terms of the marksmen, yes, he is. Now,
oh yeah,
only
don't compare him
next
to
those
Lapu,
competitor-
who has to
Yeah.
hit them in melee, of course.
Yeah, so in terms of the marksmen, yeah, he's got the lowest range. I believe it's only Beatrix who can compare, but even with that, you've got the sniper, you've got the Bennett as well. So those things kind of change. On the other side of the spectrum, right? One of the things that I really like about Moscow is the fact that he's got a ton of lifesteal once you complete the Trinity. So that is going to help you out. And here's one thing which I've kind of realized along the way, right? Which is the fact that the more difficult it is to play a specific hero, or rather the more non-meta the hero is, the more mastery you need to have over it in order to pull it in the competitive scene, right? Because with the meta heroes, you can make a few mistakes, you have got the capability of bouncing back. But with the ones that are not really in that meta, or the ones that are actually difficult to use, You need to be picture perfect, and that is what Moscow requires. You cannot make even a single mistake of moving one tile to the left, maybe one tile to the right, because that's when you're eventually going to miss a few things. So yeah, you've got to be pretty solid and on point for that. And I think so that's kind of a risky gamble to take.
It is, it is. You were saying it before, up until that Malefic gun, it doesn't really feel good, the hero. You always feel like you are putting yourself in the danger. You are there in the fires. Well, you know what? Who else is in the fires? It's Nightlife, who is already getting himself up a decent lead. Level 9, Maharaga only level 8, but he's lacking that one push away for him. Oh, Parker. Nah, I think Parker is fine. Scared, we hopped into the game. The players are having good connections, I hope, and we have a decent lead for Peruti Baby.
In the early one, yeah, kind of fine. A few thousand gold lead. Hold on.
By jumping in, tech
right
charge
away.
on 3, and Lolo immediately getting bursted down. Next to the target is Nizu. Parker, run! I told you, man, but it was too late. Even 4 likes couldn't keep him away from the danger. We were saying Moscow needs to play his hand right. Well, he is 0-0-3 on a good streak.
He's been playing really right. If anything, the Leo mod has worked out pretty well for them. A 3-0-2 start. And also down towards that bottom lane, Maharaga.
Nightlife, he's getting kind of low. It's getting nicey. Run, Nightlife. Can he play it? He tried, but I think he wasted too much time. I think he should have realized, alright, I cannot run, I have to fight, and he should have tried to turn. Because I think in this moment of the game, he could have traded at least.
It is possible, but again, there's a carry on the other side, right? He also had the speedy light feeder, so he thought maybe he's gonna try and out-survive all of that, but the moment he decided to go in for the skill one, it was already it for him. He is having a decent damage now. Yes, Loloy is struggling, Nizo is struggling, but Key is going 1-0-0. That means that Trinity can hop up really soon, and if it does, I'll just say they don't have enough tankiness to sustain through that speedy light wheel burst damage once the golden staff is available, along with the DSS. So, apart from the Vita, yeah, Nightlife is going to be bursted, Light will be bursted, and the Vita, if not able to give the set, is going to be taken down too.
Scared, I just realized. I think me and you, we both had a big headache. Because how could we forget Nightlife, who is the Mortis OTP? We both know him. He already played here on the Surge.
I mean, and I'm pretty sure audience predicted all of that. That's why they think that it's going to be 92% a big win for their side, ladies and gentlemen. And the audience prediction is powered by Runestone. A huge shout out to them. Might check them out as well side by side right now as well.
Oh, deck charge on 2, and the fight is on. There is Parker trying to tank it up, but it's too late. There's the executions coming from Nightlife, and Nightlife is trying to go for more. He's still hungry. Can he get more? He got a double. Can he get a triple? I don't think so. He needs to run away. But the thing is that his opponents, 2 of them died, and only 3 got away.
Don't want to make it any more difficult than it already is for the other side, right? And I think so one of the big pioneers for this early aggressiveness has been this mid combination of Garrix as well as Devita. Oh, hold on.
Oh, it's on Light. Nah, he's just playing with the food. He wanted to buy time for Hennes.
Yeah, and on the other side now, Hennes hopping in with the SLA. Did not really get anything since the wall was not really fully blocking the way, so the horse could run back. But now with the Ice Queen wand being picked up by Garrix, this is going to be a big problem, man. I think so. The slow is going to be a bit too much to handle. They might need to join the Fit Club to be really fast and fit and aggressive around the Land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. Because guess what? Once you join the club, you can complete the challenges that are in there, and you can also win yourself some in-game accessories. And who doesn't like those free accessories? Get fit, join the Fit Club, join Surge Esports. The entire community is amazing, I'd have to say.
Also, it should be mentioned that Warpath is not actually playing for the team where he signed up. He's not there. He's not there for a Bertram.
Yeah.
It's actually Parker playing.
That's
so all that talk about the experience, what can he give to the team? Well, he had to give it before the match started, because now he cannot really do anything. He can only watch as his apprentice Parker is trying to make the work that he was supposed to, but so far it's not really working out. Oh, and big tech charge comes through into Flicker, and it's on! Another fight there, RWM being dropped, some damage there, Davita getting killed. It's Nightlife too! It's a shutdown, it's a double for Loy! No, Loy, you cannot sleep on this guy because he can play with you! Light almost getting killed as well. Garx, it's 2 for free, but honestly, 8,000 gold difference, you take those.
I mean, every single day of the week right now. Level 12 key, and you're almost on par with what the other side is throwing on your face. They should be able to defend this Lord as well easily without any problems. They'll have all the people up, and they're also saving the Holy Shield to make sure that it doesn't pop up pretty soon. That's a solid fight being taken. If anything, even better response from the side of Optimum Esports right now. And this gives enough time for Key as well to get those items, maybe get an even bigger power spike.
Oh, there's the knockout Maharaga. He really wants that tower to be left alive. It's still alive for now. Another wave is actually very, very far away, so for now it survived. Divine Glaive, by the way, being complete for Garx, if I saw that correctly. It will be getting tougher and tougher. On the contrary, Key has completed his Demon Hunter sword, so a little bit more damage for that Curry. And so far, if we are talking just marksman, just gold lane, Hennies, he didn't really sprint away with the gold. It's just 007, like James Bond. It's okay.
It's okay for now, and the fact that he's still surviving is going to be a big thorn onto the head of Optimum Esports. Now it's going to be a straight up fight of who sustains more. Will it be Parker? Will it be Devita? Because you can't really go in for a head-on fight in this case. It's a level 15 Leo mod you've got to face up with the level 12 Suyo. 0, 3 and 1. Not at all happy. There's going to be this big gap, right? So you've got to find these openings where maybe Mlbb is doing a little bit of that overextension. I really hope I did not watch it that game. But
he's faking. Davita is there alone. No one really is there with him. It's just Davita who is kind of faking it. But I think they saw on the mid lane. But how do you like the look for the new Vorax? I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. I feel like the old one was better. But maybe I'm just too old. I'm a boomer.
It's kind of the same thing wherein I like the old Aulus. In terms of just the looks, people, in terms of how the character design or the hero design. So it's the same with Vorax. The old design, pretty decent. The new one doesn't have the with it, so, but it's fine. We'll eventually get habitual of that.
Yeah, my issue with it is that it's not really as contrasty, right? It's like kind of orange brown, and that's kind of it. Nothing else. Where the old one really had a punch to it. But well, old man, step aside. New stuff is coming in. And you know what will be coming in as well? Well, the Lord that has been picked up for the blue team, who is in the lead, 10,000 gold. Mlbb are cooking it up and already going for the tower. Yep. They don't really need to wait for the Lord. They are gonna get it. It's the Juke. Oh, they did not. Almost. They did not. Loloy clutching it through. This tower holding on is such a big play. Because, yes, it will eventually fall, but for now, you have it.
And one of the big things is that, actually, Mlbb did not really use a lot of resources to get that much damage on it. Just some basic zoning. So it is going to be taken down right now. They've got all the ultimates ready up for the slot push.
Oh, pull in on Parker, he's half HP. He should be thinking about how to play it. Maharaga, he's looking hungrily for Hennies, but can he find it? Divine Glaive for tech charge on 3. RWM Parker almost dead, but he was able to ult. There's the Malefic gun being completed for Key, and Key, you need to do damage. He killed 1, he killed 2. Can he kill more? Base is still standing, but can it get destroyed? It cannot! The base is still standing. There is Light. He really wants to go for it. Can he do it? I'm not sure. Nightlife is there. Can he go for the base? No! Light got knocked up. He's trying, but he is too late. He got killed. And the defense for the base has been successful. Optimum Esports, with their new roster, are standing tall. Their base is still alive.
Wow. I mean, I have no clue how did they survive this kind of earthquake out there, man. But this house is barely standing. And Mlbb couldn't be the AJR. They couldn't burn the house down right away. But at least they've got enough time for themselves wherein now they can take the charge. Now they can push. You've got level 15 Key, level 14 Mahoraga. Both of them looking decent. Yes, Parker is pretty low, but he'll soon gain the EXP as well. The way he's surviving with the skin of its teeth. Initially, I thought that maybe Optitum were giving them too much space to work with. But a slight bit of zoning by Key onto Garx and then joining in the fight, taking down Hennis first, was the key defensive take there. They were able to sustain for long enough and also punish the members of Mlbb for overextending a little bit, trying to catch the base.
I mean, from Key's side, it was played very, very well, very, very good. He was basically the sole reason why the base did not explode. He targeted correctly, he was keeping himself on the edge, and now he has the Wind of Nature. So next fight will be possibly even easier for him.
That is true. I like the confidence now that they're slowly and steadily getting, but you've got to send someone all the way up top because of the base HP, right? It can be very quick backdoor, especially with the Moscow.
Moscow
That
is
the big
playing it
reason.
smart.
Yeah, and that's why Loloy has to stay all the way far back, clearing up the wave. This could be an easy lot for Mlbb.
I think you just give it. You don't mind. You are just gonna give the lore. Oh no!
What?
He got one shot and Key is dead! And suddenly the hopes are looking not really good. Double kill for Nightlife. Will he get more? Of course he will. He went for Nizu, but he didn't get the shutdown, the execution. Parker is there, and Parker is dead. He swapped for immortality at last second. He's gonna run away. He is still alive. That's good news. But I'm not sure for how long can you defend, and even if you can defend for now, because you don't have the ult on Loloy, and now the base is open. Loloy needing to flicker out. Nizu is the target. He's dead. Killing spree for Nightlife, and Nightlife is looking for more. Double kill, and base crystal explodes on top of that. It's done and settled. Mlbb take it home through this round and beat up Opportum Esports. The late game scaling was too late.
Big catch for Nightlife there, I must say, right? He catching down Key on that carry was the big turnaround. As soon as you saw the carry fall, you knew that this fight is done. Yeah, it was a simple play by Hennis on the Moscow to burst down through that front line, and by the time Loloy joined, it was way too late. Again, the same macro play which kind of played its part out. Hennis pressuring out the top lane. Loloy had to stay back because you cannot let a Moscow go for a backdoor. You have to send someone to clear out the waves, and then the rest of the people just hopping into that number advantage fight. All worked out perfectly well. And straightforward build for Nightlife too. Sky Piercer into the BOD, into the Sea Halberd. He took his time building that anti-heal up, but once he did, you knew it was kind of Jover for the side of Opportum Esports.
I mean, he's rank 2 global Martis, so it was to be expected that he's gonna play well. But for some moments it looked shaky, for some moments it looked playable. But I don't know what happened with... Oh, wait, I know what happened with Key. He actually used the Wind of Nature, but the ult, if it's under 50%, it's true damage. You are not blocking it. So that was the part. Key, he had it in his hands. He scaled up. He has a full build practically. He could have swapped the shoes, but basically it's a full build. He was actually keeping up with the gold. I think if Hennis didn't have that last fight, the gold would be equal. But Key, he fumbled it. There was too much pressure. He couldn't make it through, and he got caught off guard.
True. I mean, if we had the replay for that one, I kind of wanted to look at the last fight, right? Because half of his HP just vanished in like less than a second. And
Yeah,
even I
just
wanted to
like
catch
that, it was a snap.
Where did it go? Exactly. And I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with Garx and Light, maybe with that range, or maybe a little bit of that penetration from the basic attack of Hennis. Maybe all of them combined a little bit, and that's why you did not see half of the HP of Key, and then instead it was a decimation onto the face after getting caught in the mortal coils. So all of these things combined, I love the production. Showing us the highlights as well to talk about how it went down.
Oh yeah, this fight, this was not it yet, but yeah, this one wasn't kind of good, but Loloy actually turned it around, got the beat, and Nightlife as well. This was a big turning point. This one, yeah, I think that will be the base defense eventually. It will come to that. I'm really waiting for the highlight of the pickoff on key because I really want to go over it once more. Really, it happened so quickly in the game. I'm not even sure. I think it was tech charge together with the burst from light. Well, it's history. You people watching, you could replay it. You can replay it. You can drop it in the chat how it was. Truth be told. Well, Scared, what is the plan right now? I believe we will be having another round, Sponty Sport and Light Cavalry. But are we having it right now or are we hoping for a break?
I mean, those are the kind of questions you ask me, especially for the ones which I don't really have the answer for, right? But we will eventually get to know more about that, ladies and gentlemen. It's as much of a surprise for us as it is for you, but this is what we do best. This is what we are trained to do for. We keep you entertained. We'll go for the podcast just because we like to speak a lot here, Warren. But let's talk about both of these teams a little bit, especially Light Cavalry. Because I remember the amount of aura this name carried all the way back in 2024. That's a couple of years back. But after that, they kind of vanished into thin air, where we did see some remnants popping up here and there, but it never really carried the same weight as it did previously.
Well, just for the recap, we have Queef, Alski Farm, Alan, Leandro, Nix, Samo, of course, it's Samo there, and Joey. That's the roster, those are the names. And for Spawn, we have MQ, Wardog, Sponchinel, Jankiel, which I think I botched the pronunciation very hard, Jaskuru, Silver Nandayo, Starboy, and It's Not Adams. A lot of subs there, so we will see which roster will actually show up. Well, yeah, as you say, we have big names in Light Cavalry. And for me personally, I think in European Mlbb, the XP lane throne was always between two players. It was Bobber for a very long time, and then Samo stepped up. And Samo might possibly be rolling onto the Land of Dawn with Light Cavalry. There are some subs there, so we will have to see if he really joins up, but I see no reason for him not to.
That's one of the big things, right? And to be honest, even I want to see how all of these people will play. If anything, I want to see Samo back into the action. Even in the MEC, when we were watching the Thunder Division, when we went down to the regular season, Samo was always a name everyone was worried about. You knew that this man playing in the entire Land of Dawn will be the key factor who might turn the game around on its head. And he did show us quite a few times too. And now being paired up with Creve and Allen, it's going to be fun watching how this roster plays out. So, they do have the name, my guy. They do have the name. But Spont Esports on the other side with the members that you mentioned. Wardog, Jankiel, Jaskuru, Silver Nandayo. And I remember all the way from Ake. So, Starboy, Adams. These are some old names paired up with the new names. And now all of them playing together. It's going to be a new thing.
It's a new batch.
Yep.
And I love that you bring up Nandayo and Ake in the same sentence, because how else you want to do it? I was thinking about Ake, I was thinking about Toby, the player that we know the most about, because all the interviews, all the stuff, all the times we saw him, and they kind of vanished from the face of the earth for some time. So I'm really excited to see Nandayo here. Really happy about it.
True. And that's the thing, Warren. I know you're excited, but we'll find all of that out after the short break, people. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for line. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Keep it super thorough my way on this side. Mobbing with my brothers, there's no question, keep it real. Whether we East coastin' or we in the hidden hills. In the poppin' straps of blue faces, not the pills. Heard you callin' bluffs, I show and prove it is for real. Son of God, not a son of Sam. Keep it off the books and keep it coming in. Bitch, the old whip, see what I'm coming in. The inside caramel just like 100 grand. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Heard you moving funny, had to cut you off. Had some more friends like my brothers, I can't trust it all. Same ones in your corner, wanna see you fall. Now I only need a hand to count the ones who ball with me. Down to fall with me. Down to put it on the line when lose or draw with me. Those my brothers, different mothers, part of par with me. Got the Bonnie to my class, she break the law with me. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Call my phone, hit my line. Only ones who down for real, down for life. Keep it super thug my way on this side. Keep it super thug my way on this side.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. The jig is up. Yeah. I came too far, I ain't giving up. Hey. I had to cut what was weighing me down, and then when you grow, they say that you switching up here to perimeter. Defending the fort, we crushing the visitors. I got it locked, ain't taking a prisoner. Thought it was sweet until they chin hit with a finisher. Heartbreak, Nikki, I'm voiding the slips. I'm raising the stakes, enjoying the risk. Injecting my veins with ice, as cold as it gets. I live for this shit. Yeah. Die as a legend, I ride with aggression. I lost in the past, it's fine, it's a lesson. I'm loading the clips, I fire the weapons and taking what's mine. It's time for redemption. Yeah.
Guess what, people? We've slowly learned, we've got adapted, we are evolving. Maybe we are the real Mahoraga. Maybe we've got the patch notes updated as we reduce the timer, right? We don't increase it, we reduce it as well. To hop into the next game really quickly, as you all are watching the Mlbb European Championship Season 2, the second Open Qualifiers. It's the first day. It's presented to you by Surge Europe. Obviously, do not miss out on that one because they've been making all of this possible. Also, with me sitting here on this desk along with Warren missing the 1x, we're going to bring you all the action between Spawn Esports and Light Cavalry. Out here, Warren, I know you haven't found the 1x, but have you found the One Piece yet? I know you haven't.
Man, you jumped from hard to harder. Come on, man, like... Do you think I found the One Piece? I know, by the way, that the guy who made the anime, I think he left it somewhere in the ocean, right? Is that true? I think I heard something.
That was a stunt. They dropped it in, recorded everything, uploaded it on the post, took it out right there, and then
It was a lie. Oh man!
I mean, it was mentioned in the post. Pranked. People just did not read it.
I almost got pranked. I was really saving up for a boat, trying to look for it, but well, now change of plans. Well, let's see if, I mean not if, but which of these teams will have a change of plans for them, because both of them, they are counting that they are playing a tournament today. They have the time for it. They are like, yeah. All right, we are gonna make it to the grand finals. That's going to be like up until 11 p.m, something like that.
True.
Well, one of those teams will have the plans changed, and it will either be Spawn or Light Cavalry. But paper-wise, I think Spawn will have a hard time to beat Light Cavalry. There are too many star players.
I agree, it's going to be a bit of a problem as well, right? Light Cavalry look really star-shredded, but do they have it in them right now? Are they... I'd have to say, are they going to stand up to what the current meta has to bring in, right? Because the competition has increased. You mentioned about things getting more difficult. The competition has increased even further, especially with the current meta, with how things are now unfolding. I know that we all want to hop in the game, people. Don't worry, we'll be hopping in the draft really quickly. But now, with how everything is panning out, you've got a lot more picks opened up. You have a lot more compositions against the same heroes which used to be the priority ban. I mean, look at the previous game. Jushin on one side, it was picked up. Freya was left open. No one decided to pick her up. Baxia was banned out, yes, but in certain drafts, because of the Harley ban, we will now potentially see a lot more Baxias being left open.
Freya, when you mention it, I have to go back to it a little bit. Freya really declines in power if she gets stun locked. That's kind of the part. Like if she gets CC'd up, she's not cooking. And she really likes to go for that vengeance. So if you don't want to get stun locked, you go Purify, but then you don't have that vengeance. And the vengeance is working so good with the hero. So I kind of see why teams don't really like to pick it up. They need to be confident. That's one part. And second part, they cannot let the opponents have some crazy CC lock. And you're smiling at me, you are laughing at me. So what do you have there, Scared? Go for it.
Because those are the same problems of an Alucard, my guy. It's the exact same thing.
They are.
CC
They
on
are.
the other side.
That's true.
I mean, remove all the crowd control. Alucard is gonna eat every other person up on the servers. But all right, all of those things being kept on the other side of the spectrum, right? Now with quite a lot of those marksmen showing up, especially into that gold lane with the ones that have received the buff, there are a few mages as well, which I now want to see a little bit more into those pick rates, especially with how the meta is now going to evolve, right? One of them is going to be the Kagura Warren. With the amount of burst she has, with the few buffs that the mages received previously in the previous patch on those items as well, yeah, I'm pretty sure we might see them rise up in the popularity.
Also, there is a one subtle thing, and that is all the marksman changes. All of them, they either got less HP, some of them got a little bit more, but they either got less HP,
yeah,
and a little bit more physical defense, which is perfect for mages, or they got more HP and less physical defense, but that happened for like 3 or 2. So what I'm trying to get behind is that for most of the marksmen, they have less HP. And what else you want if you are a magic damage dealer? Magic damage dealers have historically been better at killing low HP targets. They hate when you are tanky, they hate when you have a gigantic HP pool, they hate that. They want to pop those spells, go out, get that kill, peace out, next time. That's their plan. They don't really want long fights.
I mean, that is absolutely true, right? You kind of want to go in, burst them down, run out of the harm's way. So I do kind of agree with you on that part, and that's why whenever there's a high HP composition on the other side, you kind of end up having the DHS or the Trinity based marksmen onto your goal lanes as well, right? Or maybe something that can actually burst down those tanky frontliners into that mid to late game, and that's why you kind of go in for some of those mages who rely on that wishing lantern with a constant poke, because all of that damage adds up. It adds a big time. Like we've seen numbers as high as 40-45% damage being dealt only by the mages, which has been happening throughout the game through that poke. This doesn't really show up shining brightly as those big triple kills, maniacs, even savages. That builds up. That is the core foundation of how you want to play into that game. That is one of the reasons why I still say that the backbone is going to be that mid lane. The playmaker, the one that controls the pace, is going to be the EXP, where we're seeing a lot more choices now.
I mean, some people even say that Alus could be played XP, but yeah, we talked about it in the backstage, and yeah, you guys settle on the fact that it's not gonna be played, but I'm looking on you, dear viewers. Show those guys, show those non-believers that Alus can be played. All right, yeah, I'm gonna cut the crap. I don't think that's legitimate. Alus XP should be left in the Epic, maybe Grandmaster, but nowhere else. Well, we are hopping into the game finally. Let's go. Light cavalry against Spont, and we are seeing the Freya being banned. So they were listening, Scared. They were listening. They were definitely tuning in the stream, and they were like, wait a second, Freya? She could be deadly.
They decided not to play around with it. So, yeah, we're going to be not seeing that. It also means there's Jushin available, Vaxia available, Leomord. A lot of picks up out here, right? And now whenever you are on that blue one, you want something that is going to be your main priority, something your main meta, primary meta, while the red 1 and 2, it's going to be something that can actually kind of counter that one pick, right? So now with the options that are available, I still feel that maybe Spont are going to ban out that Jushin, so we're not going to count that. But now you can build around the Eve. You can maybe play around Harley. Don't want to let that one loose.
By thy wish, guided by lantern's light.
Hilda being off the board is definitely a different draft than from what we saw in the last game. Glue being picked away. Scared, would you care sharing with us the bug that you were talking about, or you wanna keep it to yourself so you can win the ranks?
I don't mind, man. I don't really play in the Europe server either ways. I've got about 120 ping, and fun fact, I still win the MVPs in some of those games. I'm gonna still give the credit to my good teammates there, right? I played in the Europe server, and I care, you know, some of the roamers are really good. I received that Hilda in one game. I was playing it with Kronos and his brother, and a few, the couple of people were randoms, and that Hilda set the team up so well for success, right? Which is the big reason
shout
why we're
out
still
to random Hilda. If you're watching the stream, Scared loves you. Queue up with him more. He loves you. He's your biggest fan. Well, you know what I'm a fan of? Alright, I'm gonna say the other one. You know what I'm not really a fan of? Feathers being banned in the first place, because that already sets it up that there will be no feathers in the game. On the other hand, Baxia is a decent pick. And you know, if I cannot have feathers, give me that Baxia, give me that big turtle man who is throwing the shields around. He has a crazy damage output, by the way. Early mid game, you cannot even match up to him in the terms of damage.
The big thing is, if you want to take the Baxia, I'm totally cool with it, right? Because now I'm going to steal over the Harley, considering this Baxia can be flexed in the roam position. So I don't want to risk it this time, maybe letting you both the Baxia as well as the Harley, which can work well when it comes down to getting the stun with the Shield of Unity and into that deadly magic. Protosis Poison give you a good amount of tankiness. But who apart from the Harley? You want a bit of flex, something that can dive in, stop him, maybe a Khalid? Oh, but they go for a Valentina and a Calera. Fair enough. You deny
With Valentina, you deny the Sora, and as well you kind of don't need to decide between Kimi or Yves, because you go Valentina, and if they pick any of those, you can just steal away the ult. With Kimi, of course, it's not as big, but still decent ult. And actually, even though that the ult by itself is not the craziest ult, if you pair it up with the rest of Valentina's kit, it's great. It can set up Kalia, it can set up the rest of the team, so I'm all up for it.
I mean, with that you also kind of deny those Groks as well, right? So yeah,
you do?
No big ultimates there. But now you pick up the Uranus, pretty decent, and yeah, are we actually gonna see Wukong play here?
Nah, they're playing with us. Scared, come on. Come on. Of course it's going to be Barretts.
If it's suppression, I'm on for it.
I've been waiting.
They're locking the carry. Understand.
Yeah, they lock in the carry.
A lot of tankiness, you need the tank buster. She makes sense. And now you ban out the Claude, you ban out the Harith. Maybe not the Harith, ban out the Claude and the Moskov.
I agree. Yeah, they already have so much magic damage, they are not even thinking Harith. If they would go Harith, it's the easiest layup. You can just go Radiant Armor. Even on Valentina, honestly. If there were 4 magic damage dealers, you can just do that.
Radiant, pair it up with a Tina, get maybe a Chastise or the Dominance Ice, or switch it up between the Roam and the EXP. All gonna be good though. The ban out the Bruno might be a target ban for Light Cavalry. Don't want to give them that comfort. To be honest, he's actually been showing up pretty decently in the early games.
Suyo off the board. Again, natural, you have a lot of high HP targets. Suyo, he doesn't necessarily kills the high HP targets when they are on full HP, but he loves to execute through Sky Piercer, through the ult. He just gets those shreds in. Sorry, not through the ult, through the second spell. He gets those shreds in, and he cuts you up.
True.
Come on, Dexter. It's our show.
Claude. Natural.
It was understandable. Don't really want to give that one away on the other side, so kind of works.
Joy! That's surprising for me. Would you care to kind of go deeper on it, Scared? Because for me, I don't really see the threat level that Joy would give to the rest of light cavalry.
Yeah, that's because you don't really have a lot of stun either in the EXP, so it becomes a very clear path of joy to hop in on creep, and creep being Eve doesn't have a lot of mobility to dodge around, right? So that's why I kind of like that ban here. And on the other side of the spectrum, you lock in the Terizla for that EXP lane. Now with that with his mana bar being taken out, now you're gonna have such a good time in laning, right? You can play so aggressive, constantly spamming that hammer, and then go in for the rotation, because rotation was always a big problem for him. Are we gonna see the hammer ban? No, we're gonna see the dancing lady.
They baited us hard. Maybe they are trying to no, yeah, I wanted to say, yeah, never mind. He is switching being locked in with Cho, alrighty. But honestly, you need a roamer with damage, because all across the board you don't really have that much, and also you are lacking in the physical damage department, so going for the Cho, absolutely reasonable, makes sense. Now the question is, how will Spont Esports fill up the rest of the band? They are lacking one hero, that will be in the jungle. What are we thinking, Scared? Is it Leo time? Or is it not?
Maybe this... I don't think so, Leo, man. You need damage, yeah, it's gonna be a Harley. It kind of makes sense. You simply take down the Eve, you try and find Nyx whenever you can. We've got a decent spread of the magic burst as well as the physical, or rather the true damage from the carry. So I think so it's a pretty decent setup draft though, but I do like what light cavalry have to offer. A pick-off potential with the Cho on the way of the dragon. Kind of resonates what Wardog has to do on the Kalea with the Tsunami Slam, so you tend to force the Purifiers on the carries of the other side. So Nyx, I don't think so he's going to go on the Purifier though, since he already has the Traceless, right? So he's got that leeway to work around with the Flicker, but carry has to pick that Purifier up, which gives a fun time to the Bucks here as well as the Uranus to hop on top of her and annoy the heck out of her. It's going to be the game of positioning.
I feel this game is a little bit of a similar thing as the last one we saw, because a lot of pressure, a lot of spotlight will be on Kari, and if she can play this game correctly, if she can get the good setups, or rather survive up until third item, then it's on. Then it's game time, and it's good, it becomes playable, you can start picking up the fights, but up until then, her team needs to play basically 4v5. Because carry is not going to be a significant factor, and they need to consider that. How well can they do it? That's the question.
This is one of those games where I kind of want you to pick up the Demon Hunter sword first on the carry, and then build up on the golden staff and keep the corrosion sight for the very last item, considering you'd get a decent amount of lifesteal plus that tank busting capabilities, so you don't have to wait for as long in order to complete the Trinity around the 10-10.5 minute mark, but rather you can get activated in those fights early on. If anything, you want the extra slow, maybe going for the weakness finder. They're still sticking with the same as we hop in the land of Dawn Warren.
Oh, it's on, and oh, Wardog getting already caught, and he won't die. This was such an explosive start. Oh my. He didn't really even settle in, and it was on. That's what I'm talking about. The Turtle Man, he is fast, he clears fast, and he deals a bunch of damage.
Yeah, now the only thing is that you're going to have that mid control, the river. But on the other side, Nanda is not going to face a lot of problems, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you don't face a lot of problems in terms of those audience predictions, which are powered by Runestone, as 72% of you think it is going to be Spont Esports pinning it out, but only 28 shows up the favor in light cavalry side. I think you guys need a lot of faith out there, right? Because I'm going to go with the 28% as well. I think so it's easier to execute their win condition. They've got a good front line and a good potential of damage with the Yi Sun-shin in the gold lane.
Oh, wait a second. Wardog, you are in big trouble again, but maybe getting the trade off. Nah, Wardog running away, getting the heals off. Leandro, first blood, powered by Runestone, is in the hands of the red team. Harley getting that kill, and Kuru is getting another. It's immediately 2 kills for the side of Spont. Yeah, that's a decent start.
Seems like the audience prediction is now going to work out, right? Because again, into that EXP lane, Uranus is going to face quite a few problems.
Leandro, Nandeo getting the ult stolen away. He has that Eve. Honestly, I'm surprised to see Nandeo on Valentina. That's a hero. I know it wasn't really meta when he was around with the rest of Ake, but it feels like it's not a hero that really fits his playstyle. But who am I to judge? He has 0-0-2, so far playing decent. So I'm all up for it.
I mean, the fact is that Wardog has been sent back home a couple of times. Even after that, he's been maintaining that control. He's been winning. I wouldn't really say winning, or maybe having the straightforward time in that mid lane, not really falling behind, ladies and gentlemen. And if you don't want to fall behind in those giveaways, you might want to follow the socials of Surge Europe just to make sure that you're always participating in those and never missing out on that fun. And yes, Warren, now I want to know the reason of your excitement.
Look at the levels. Altsky Fam is level 5 and Kuro is almost level 7. Alright, Altsky Fam almost level 6, but Kuro, he has basically a ball level advantage. It's just because of the gold crabs and of the kill he got away a couple of seconds ago. Kuro playing so good, and on the same note, let me tell you, we don't have Samo there. It's Altsky Fam, and he has big shoes to fill.
I mean, for now, I'm just looking at the super interesting matchup. Like, what is going to happen? I'm so curious about it.
Kuro has no mana. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, see? Super interesting, my guy.
I think it's TikTok worthy, actually. I think I'm gonna cut it up and make a highlight out of it.
I mean, I kind of want to see that in highlights, won't lie. We've been seeing a lot of buzzing actions across the land of Dawn, right? So it's nice to see some peace every now and then walking into that EXP lane where there's Miralda and the Uranus. And I think so that peace is going to be broken up.
The little genius got his genius wand. Can't he turn the tide of this fight though? It's a 5v4. We are starting off. Turtle has been getting taken down.
Oh, MQ?
MQ is there with the flank. He's trying to go for the burst down, but he got cancelled out. There's the way of the dragon, and MQ cannot even play. He got CC'd up and killed. He could not even move. Vordock on the run because he's already missing one member. In the meantime, Starboy looking for that goal. He waited too long. I think he's gonna get caught. Oh, there's Alan. He's trying to go for that play. Knock up. And Starboy missing that flicker. Great comeback from light cavalry.
Good hold on to that flicker, to be honest, till the very last second though. And now because Alan used the way of the dragon onto MQ previously, he didn't really have it to pick the carry off there. But now they know that for the next 120 seconds, you might not have that luxury on the carry to play a bit more aggressive.
Oh, Alan is going for it, but does he have the team at his side? I'm not sure. Alan getting bursted down by the Deadly Magic. Yes, he is bad. It's great, and I'm not sure if it's a good one because right now you are letting MQ get back into the game. Oh wait, there is Kuro in the back line. He is going for it. He's trying to go for creep, flickered away, and now there is Nandeo dancing around Altsky Fam, pushing him away. Wow, Kuro was on a mission.
Kuro has been... Yeah, he's been doing so much for the team, my man, Warren, and I apologize for cutting you off there, but jeez, him just hopping in front of 4 people like a Chad is the big reason why even right now, most of the part of the map is being controlled by Spont Esports.
I mean, I'm looking at the map and there are 2 members of the blue team and it's just Kuro against them, and honestly, I would bet on him.
Until they've got the anti-heal.
Yeah, then it's a different story, but until then, well...
Yeah, they're... It's just chasing! Altsky found them, man. This is just nasty. And I really like this macro. Look at him. Instantly clearing out the wave, knowing that there's still a few more seconds for the turtle. While the rest of the people will eventually set up though, so that could be an advantage for light cavalry.
Big stun, and there's a kickoff, and Vordo getting bursted down. He uses the timing slam, but it's too late. RWM in their face. Leandro Creep, he is getting chunked down by Kuro, and Kuro is on his mission. He will now go for the Nyx. He has blood in his eyes, and he's trying to kill more. He will change his target at Leandro. Leandro kind of tanky. Alan, he will get damage down. Kuro there.
Nyx.
Can he get the steal away? Nyx trying to look for it. And now he jumps in. He goes for MQ. MQ running.
Oh!
Run! Your little feet. Can they keep you alive? For now, they can't. Starboy got killed in the meantime, but there is Kuro. He is ready to rumble, and he's looking for
no mana.
I think he will have his ult. No, Way of the Dragon, keeping Nyx alive. Alan with a great kick. Oh, killing spree for Altsky fan because he found MQ in his own jungle. Little guy, he didn't run for enough. Those little shoes, they are too short.
Those tricks are not enough for a celestial god in front of you, man. Altsky fam doing a phenomenal work there. Now Nyx tried to catch him. He had the second crit available on the ranged weapon, right? But it eventually landed on the bear camp just because MQ went into that bush. So now he had to run back because he's got no mana. Kuru is on his toes. So Alan hops in to help him out there with the Way of the Dragon too. But in the midst of it all, Altsky fam found an opening onto MQ when he got a bit greedy to catch that orange buff before he can get to that recall. And Altsky was like, cool, I see you, you're sniped out, you're not playing here anymore.
So far, Alan is really cooking. With Cho, it always comes down to execution. You cannot really pull it off. We were talking Moscow. Let's talk Cho. He probably is even harder to pull off. Oh, Wardog getting that knock up. Immobilized. Oh, he's looking. Wardog, can he get the pick off? I'm not sure. He's waiting with it. There is Altsky family leading the charge. Oh, he got the pick off. Oh, Wardog actually trying to run with it. Kuro needing to run himself. Flicker burned down. And honestly, the gold is even, but they could not take the fight. And you know why? Because MQ was on the top side, getting the tower, getting the gold in their pockets. And I think that was reasonable. Starboy, he is not on his Trinity yet. You are farming up.
He's not got the DHS right now, so he's still going in for the default build here. And I think so that is going to delay the side of Spront Esports to
I don't like
where
it.
they might not want to
you.
contest the Lord. Yeah, I kind of wanted to see the DHS early on, which is the big reason why Altsky has been roaming on the face.
MQ,
He's dead.
and it's Alan who gets the pick off. Actually, Leandro with the burns, but it's a kill. Now the rest of the team can go for the Lord, or maybe get a Kuru on top. Yeah, it's a nice cherry on that cake. Can you get Kuru? Yes, you can. Shutdown for Nyx, and Nyx is on a killing spree. Everything is going so good. Light cavalry. They're sprinting away with the horses. And it's just a BO1. You need to pick yourself up. If you want to come back, Spawn Esports, this is not going your way.
Man, they're definitely in the shining armors right now. You mentioned about Nyx getting that killing spree. The fact that he's also running on the same emblem means that he would want to take these fights quite a bit. And that is also, at the same time, going to help him fight for longer because you get the HP back once you get those kills. I don't know if it's going to make the Sky Piercer or not, but look at the amount of vision is being given to him by Altsky, man. They're literally just trying to steal away the purple onto the faces of 4 people. They did not. They did not get it.
Oh, man.
But,
yeah, that was.
Look at
That
the
was a
boldness.
cheeky battle. Well, there's a team fight that's a little bit less cheeky, a little bit more aggressive. Oh, there's Alan with the kick. He tries to go for Wardog, but he got bursted down himself. It's a roamer for a roamer. But so far, the fight continues. There's this terrifying Altsky fam. Actually, Alan survived. Altsky fam ran away. Kuru, he is getting chunked down. Next, in the chase, there's Nando, and he gets the shutdown together with MQ. That lightning truncheon coming in clutch. MQ, with that gold that he got from the top tower, he got the item, and he got the shutdown.
And a bit of a decision where I'd have to say Light Cavalry were kind of confused if they want to go in for this fight even longer, or do they want to take down the tier 2 down bot. That slight bit of confusion eventually caught their players lacking, and Nyx's shutdown was given on the other side, but a big pick on Creeve. Overstate is welcome there, and you do not underestimate a Harley.
You cannot underestimate Harley, and also you have to keep in mind that only 2 targets that he is gonna ever go for is Nyx and Creep. No one else. He has no reason to go for any of the targets if Nyx and Creep are still alive and in the same spot of the map. He has no reason at all. He will always go for Nyx and Creep.
POD being picked up by the Yisun Shin now. There we go. Got everything you need.
Kuru. Oh, nice flicker from Kuru. He is clutching it out. Honestly, even if he died, I think it wouldn't be as bad because Lord is not up. But still, decent play. The one bad part is he's gonna. Oh, MQ with a crazy burst on Alan. Does he even have radiant armor?
I kind of want to see those items, right? As you rightfully mentioned there, because that should be your priority considering Nanda Yokuru as well as MQ will deal you the magic damage. Creep.
This looks like a decent fight. There is, oh, actually engaged from Tsunami Slam. Leandro, he went too deep and he got killed for it. Alan is now looking for something, but there are two tanks in front. Crave, Kuru doesn't have a flicker. Nyx is there, waiting in the bushes or getting the orange buff. I'm not quite sure. No, waiting in the bushes, waiting for the right angle. But you know what's surprising? It's a 5v4 and it doesn't look like it. The 4 members are pushing away the 5.
But for how long is going to be the main question now. Starboy has got the Trinity. They were able to buy him the 11 minutes that he needed, and now he's going to be taking down those tanky front lines. Yes, both of them have got Radiant and Chastise, including the Dominant Size, and that still is not enough to sustain through that poke and burst coming in from MQ as well as Starboy. Starboy doesn't need a lot of penetration. MQ needs that. He's picked up the Divine Glaive already, into the Lightning Truncheon, into the Genius one. That's already a lot of pen that's working for you.
And already a lot of damage. This Lord, 10,000, 7,000, 5,000. Who's gonna retro it? Well, Alan makes short work.
Oh!
He gets it. Oh my, those kicks from Alan. They are straight to the point. Kuru. Oh, Kuru, run away. Is he alive? He is. He was able to charge up the ult and run away. But maybe Alskifam still on the chase. But I don't think he can chase no more because he needs to retreat now. The Lord, though, in the hands of light cavalry. And Spont Esports, even with a good team fight, losing up on the objective.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of a retry miss from both of the junglers there, eventually Kree picking it up. But then he ended up dropping the RWM in a certain weird angle where he cannot land the shots on Nandayo, but Nandayo can land the bombardments on him. And Kree deployed the RWM later than Nandayo. So that was a weird engagement there. They couldn't really get the trade. But at least they have the Lord, enough time for everyone to hop in the fight.
Oh my god, this one shot! Creef is still alive, but he is almost dead, and that's the big part. He cannot play furthermore. He needs to retreat for his HP. MQ with a beautiful play. That's how you want to use Harley.
But now they've got to focus around on the Lord, and the mid tier 2 will be taken down. The question is, can they defend their inhibs?
Can they? Will they? Did they? They did. Right now, Kuru is now there for the execution.
Oh!
Trying to cancel it out. Kuru getting bursted down. He runs away. But Bordog surviving. He's there. No, he's dead. Creep with the pick off. There was the RWM together with the first spell. He got him in the end. And this means that they might even be looking. Nah, they are not really looking for the push. They are rather looking for the disengage.
They have to. They can't really continue fighting here. Starboy has also picked up the Malefic gun. Now we've got to respect him even more. And the only range which he was lacking to stay out of the danger area while also free hitting the other side, he's finally got that. Even though now there's a Chastise in the hands of Leandro as well as Alskifam. Yeah, it's not gonna save you, man.
Well, we will see about that probably. Still Alskifam kinda tanky. Probably one of the good heroes into Korea if we are talking tanks. Usually not a single tank is good, but you know what I mean. A consecration, keeping him alive, the passive, keeping him alive, all that good stuff. Starboy, of course, has help from his friends, from the rest of the team, who has a lot of anti-heals. I bet. I think Bordog at least. Oh, there's a kick, and MQ, he is reliving the past. This happened a couple minutes ago, and Starboy now needs to play the fight. Speedy Lightwheel's trying to get the pick off. He kills Alskifam. It's just one tank left. With Alan, there is Kuru in the back line. It's done. Fight, but kind of left there alone. This was such a weird communication coming from the team. He was kind of left there, and the rest of the team didn't fight through. I think this was a little bit of a blunder.
It was. I mean, they got a good pick off onto Alskifam as well to kind of equalize the number, but then Kuru eventually dropped out there. There was no way for him to survive. His flicker was on cooldown, so this Lord will still go for the side of light cavalry. A good zone.
And Alan with the flicker goes for that pick of Starboy, and he can be he can. He is dead, and it's Nando next. He will be killed too, and next with that flicker, with that mountain choker into the turtle boat. He gets a triple, and did he get more? He got a wipeout. Oh my, what a play from light cavalry. And just when you think they are down, they hop on the horse and they drive into your base. getting the concealed play for that extra movement speed, and they will be trying to close it off. Kuru is now there, left alone against 5 members. I'm not sure if he has the time. He jumps in, he tries to clear the minions, he flickers out. Minions are getting targeted now by the base and by the minions as well. But no, there's another wave, and there is a Lord. Allen will kick him away and break his hopes. This game goes to Light Cavalry as they advance, and the hopes of Spawn are broken apart.
Man, the European cavalry here just surviving through it all, even though when it kind of looked bleak for them after Carry getting all the core items which he needed. But I'd have to say the show, brilliant, chef's kiss. You could keep on talking about how there were certain moments when he couldn't really land the way of the dragon, but the ones that he did, super good. The ones with the flicker, even better. And I believe this is the main reason why this game was entirely divided, right? Both the EXP laners were just sandbagging, but it came down to the roamers. Allen was able to set his team up for success, while Wardog was kind of struggling in doing the same thing. And one of the big difference maker was definitely that jungler role, right? Leandro being in the front was able to soak up so much damage, which gave room for Allen to set his team up, but the same was not happening for the side of Spawn Esports.
Absolutely, MQ didn't really utilize the pick as much. Of course, there was Alan who was making things difficult for him, but you have Harley, you are kind of expecting that he's gonna get those pickoffs, and yes, he got a couple, but if we are talking stats, Nix has only 1 death, and that's it. That's not what you pick Harley for. Other than that, other than bursting down the squishies, Harley is there for nothing. Starboy and the rest can handle it. He's there for the one-shots. And as you can talk, how Alan was vigilant, how he was always on the watch, MQ was not really finding those angles. And also, like you mentioned, Wardog, he got overshadowed by Alan. Alan basically overshadowed 2 players, and that was MQ and Wardog. And yeah, he for one, he made the game so difficult. For the other, he played better than him. Alan, this game was all about his show and his gameplay.
And we'll see the same thing in the replay as well, ladies and gentlemen. Nandayo mostly picked up that real world manipulation just for his team to have the similar impact like the kill box on the other side. But here's the thing, with the way how Light Cavalry had their drop, it didn't really give a lot of options to Nandayo as well to kind of capitalize on the burst potential with the Kaleo. So you can try and pick one up. Valentina might not be able to utilize that fact as good as a carry or MQ on the Harley might, right? And I think so that was also something which was kind of pushing them back. And then also on the front face, you've got what, a wheel, a literal god who doesn't die, and Bruce Lee. What are you gonna do against that?
True. Well, the loser bracket is still there, so you can still make it through that. That's the thing. Yeah. It's a BO1, that's true, but you can still have the other chance in that loser stage. You can still make it through. For example, Peruti Webby are still fighting through that. Carpe Diem, the Carpe Diem that we were supposed to have, it was one of the options. They are actually still battling through as well. So yeah.
Yeah. A lot of matches happening constantly, ladies and gentlemen, back and forth though, but with Light Cavalry winning this one, we'll have to see where they land themselves up, right? With Spawn Esports, they're one. Who's winning on the other side? Where's the rest of the team? Yeah, now they've got to face Manticore there. Manticore won against Peruti Webby, by the way, who faced up Opportunity Esports, and now Manticore.
That was how Peruti Webby got down. Exactly. Good that you mentioned it. Yes, Opertum, they got beaten up by Peruti Webby, but Peruti Webby got beaten down in the next round by Manticore, who will be now matched up against Light Cavalry, which I'm not sure if we will be having. We will be having maybe something else, but we will get to you when we have that information. Also, since we are hopping into a short break to get everything ready, follow us everywhere you can, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, drop those likes, keep watching, and we will see you after a short break with a new addition to our caster team.
Yeah. giving up. Hey, I had to cut what was weighing me down. And then when you grow, they say that you switching up. Hit a perimeter, defending the fort, we crushing the visitors. I got it locked, ain't taking a prisoner. Thought it was sweet until they chin hit with a finisher. Heartbreak, Nikki, I'm voiding the slips. I'm raising the stakes, enjoying the risk. Injecting my veins with ice, as cold as it gets. I live for this shit. Die as a legend, I ride with aggression. I lost in the past, it's fine, it's a lesson. I'm loading the clips, I fire the weapons and taking what's mine. It's time for redemption. Yeah. Too far, I ain't giving up. Hey, I had to cut what was weighing me down. And then when you grow, they say that you switching up. Hit a perimeter, defending the fort, we crushing the visitors. I got it locked, ain't taking a prisoner. Thought it was sweet until they chin hit with a finisher. Heartbreak, Nikki, I'm voiding the slips. I'm raising the stakes, enjoying the risk. Injecting my veins with ice, as cold as it gets. I live for this shit. Die as a legend, I ride with aggression. I lost in the past, it's fine, it's a lesson. I'm loading the clips, I fire the weapons and taking what's mine. It's time for redemption. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. It was mine. It was time for redemption.
I'm at the my spot. It take blood, it take sweat, it take time. I won't stop. I'm in mode. I'm on go. I'm gon' die for my spot. I won't move. I won't shake. I won't drop for my spot. Been too long, been too strong. I won't bend, I won't break for my spot. Your hands in the air for this. Hands in the air for this, hands in the air for this, hands in the, you should have your hands in the air for this, hands in the air for this, hands in the, hands in the, hands in the air. I ain't let it all, wanted 10 cribs, wanted 4 cars, wanted more ice, wanted more grills, set it in stone, told myself life, better damn gear, before I get ghosts and it get real, when the best sent, bet it on slim, manifest twice, I had nothing left, ain't do nothing right, but when all in, loaded up dice, know I'm gon' win, work it out later. When the odds lean back in my favor, ain't no taking back wages. Pay it up full with a paper. Running, 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 running after that. Running after that. Running, running, running after that. What a come is it? Running, running, running after that. What a come is it? Running, running, running after that. I'm at the my spot. It take blood. It take sweat. It take time. I won't stop. I'm in mode. I'm on go. I'm gon' die for my spot. I won't move, I won't shake, I won't drop for my spot. Been too long, been too strong. I won't bend, I won't break for my spot. Your hands in the air for this, hands in the air for this, hands in the air for this, hands in the, you should have your hands in the air for this, hands in the air for this, hands in the, hands in the, hands in the air for this.
They got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it.
Why you be all on my line about nothing? Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with a who line for nothing. I see that we different, you riding, I double. I don't do discussions on bragging about hundreds. Don't go to your places, I know that they sunken. Don't call me your brother, I barely could trust it. I talked to a shorty, she bagging the bugging. And I'ma need all of my dollars on corporate, so hand me the money, I divvy the pie. I'ma give all of my people a portion to build them a fortune, I'm flipping the ride. I can't be mixy when iffy the vibe. And 40 on 50 is really the time. Why are you all on my phone like you want me? Like you wasn't pushing the kid to the side, I don't know if you thinking I'm blind. Cross on my crosses and dot on my eyes. Done with your efforts, I'm dealing with pressures. I know it's a lesson, that's word of the wise. Dubbing the mixes, I'm mixing. I know I've been missing, I needed some personal time. All the pictures, dimensions, I don't with your digits. I mean it, I'm staying inside. Cause they got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. 8-6 all the hay. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars, I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want to act, not the ghost. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, they ain't stunned for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste. Running through it with the young influence, adolescent presence, I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected, but the moves elusive and I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winners when I know you're losing, so I work the winners and they throw the deuces. Guess I have to pivot, shooting no bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper, cash, bucket tax. That's a joke. Tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, buck out the bag. Brody plot, forget a whack. Contract, give me the facts. I got laugh on my back. You ain't that, then it's raps. Whoa, whoa, whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't tryna grow, they ain't stunned for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't tryna make no time to waste. Facts, I need racks, paper, cash, bucket tax. That's a joke, tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, buck out the bag. Brody plot, forget a whack. Contract, give me the facts. I got laugh on my back. You ain't that, then it's raps. Whoa, whoa, whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't tryna grow, they ain't stunned for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste.
Warren 1x joined in by Kronos. Hello Kronos, welcome to the caster desk. Of course everyone knows you, but for today it's your first time. Kronos very watching the BO1s. It was quick, it was nasty, it was dirty, very watching. And yeah, what can you tell me? What can you tell me about what you watched?
I think the BO1s were super quick. Some of them were The second one was kind of against the crowd, the audience prediction, but the first one, of course, they went with the audience prediction. It came down to the draft mostly for both the games. You kind of draft a little bit for the early to mid game, and then you're able to snowball, right? That's been the meta for a long time. And if you want to get it to the late game, you need to have some sort of a stiff arm to kind of stop the dive that's coming in from the opposition, be able to kite, be able to absorb a lot of siege that's there, have some siege potential yourself. So overall, I think it just came down to the draft. But I'm excited. It was great 2 BO1s, and now going to the BO3, it's going to be a little more spicier, just like the ramen I had a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, you were glazing it. You were saying that it's such a good food, mate. Maybe I will make some myself after we end today. You gave me a little bit of a taste. I'm now thinking about it. But what also we should be thinking is Crown 7 Esports, White Army. We know White Army quite a lot. They are a little bit of a staple point by now on the European scene. They kind of came to be like half a year ago or something like that. But from then, they played so many tournaments all across the Europe esports scene. Crown 7 Esports, we have some names. We have Skylab, for example. We have Melbourne, we have Cage, we have Cot, we have Babizon22, I believe, if my Azbuka is still correct. Jane Juliet and Skyraz. So some names ring a bell, some names are a little bit of a mystery to me. Whereas for White Army, we of course have Linux, Code 10, Macaron, Realize, L9 Ghost, Lufitzi, and Acelia. We have Acelia there. Oh man, that's exciting.
It definitely is. But then not just that, right? I wanted to kind of want to highlight the journey that these teams took to get there. And you could see Crown 7 Esports beating Void Kids to get this spot, and White Army beating Sat Inc. And those are some stacked rosters that you have to beat to get to this point. So you know this is a certified banger, brought to you by, of course, Surge Europe. And I think it's going to be super powerful in terms of the drafts that they have to go for. I'm expecting a lot of early game picks. And I think, Warren, when it comes down to power, we can't forget it's powered by Runestone.
Of course it is, of course. That was smooth sailing. And when we are at it, of course, drop a follow, drop a like if you did not already, so you catch all of the action, because this year is stacked. It just kind of started and it was already crazy, but it will get even crazier. There is so much stuff announced. We have the Valkyrie Clash. We have another season of the Europe Invitation where we will clash against the teams outside of Europe. That's already confirmed. We have the EMC, the staple. That's why we have in the qualifiers. Man, all good stuff. If you're an Mlbb fan in Europe, man, you are loving every day. You are loving it, simply. Well, Crown 7 Esports, White Army. Let's circle back to that. You said they both had to come through big obstacles, but I'm looking at the rosters and I feel like White Army are a little bit more stacked in terms of players.
Hey, on paper, it can be whatever it has to be. In draft, in terms of gameplay, we're going to find out. Of course, I'm more excited when it comes to the draft with the new kind of patch update that's come through. Marcel getting a slight bit of an adjustment, but secretly, you know it's a buff, folks. We're not allowed to say it out loud. But apart from that, of course, there's the Melissa that got a bit of an adjustment. Harriet is still... They've kind of adjusted him a little bit more, slight buff. People say he's good in the jungle. I still think you need some time. It's a very conditional if you want to play him in the jungle. It's like threading a needle. So I would say he's still great in the gold lane. A little more priority can given to him in the pecking order compared to before, where it was just carry, Claude. So now you got the Harriet. You can add that to the mix. Apart from that, I think Harley still hasn't got a nerf. Kalea is still strong. Boxia is still super strong. Jushin's still where she belongs. So I'd say, and your favorite hero, Phoveus, as well, still up there. So I would say, with everything being kind of thrown into the mix, it just comes down to what you want to prioritize. If you're on blue side, you want to get the Harley. If you're on red side, you're looking to get at least 2 from those trades and probably prioritize an EXP gold lane or maybe even mid early on, because the rest can still be left for the second phase unless you have a specialist on your team.
Well, I love that you mentioned Harley first pick, because it was kind of thrown on its head in the last game where we had Baxia first pick and they kind of baited their opponents into picking up Harley, and it worked out in their favor. Our Marcel being banned, that's kind of a staple. I feel like all of the games that we had so far, he was banned. So yeah, he's gonna stay there. No one really wants to match the new Marcel, the adjusted Marcel. So I think Chronos, they got the leaks, they got the memo.
Definitely did, man. We sent it out. It's the jury was out. They found out the ballots came through, and they understood that this Marcel's got to be banned out. It's not going to be let through whatsoever. So apart from that, the Freya, of course, another pick. I'm assuming there's going to be the Jushin taken off on the red side. But now you're kind of, since it's a BO1, you don't want these two power picks going on the other side. They're looking for a trade, but they're looking for something to be left open. You know, when blue side bans out such power picks, red side is kind of in a predicament. Okay, at this point, they've banned out the picks that we wanted to ban. So what are the heroes that we leave open so we can give that to them? And instantly you can see the Harley has to be respected. It just, the damage output is way too much. I'm assuming the Jushin's gonna go on the third pick, or the third ban. If you're on the blue side, maybe ban out the Valentina here. So you leave the choice. You either ban out the Sora or you ban out the Jushin. It becomes one of the two, and then you get a power pick in return.
Interesting of you to say that. So you feel like even after the nerfs, Sora's still playable, Sora's still viable. Because I was looking over at it and I was like, how much is gonna do? Yeah, he's banned now, which kind of leaves room for the... Alright, it's a Jushin ban, so that leaves us with Valentina first pick. Is that the most logical? Now it's Kagura, is it? Ooh, Scarif was talking about it. I'm not sure if on the broadcast, but he was mentioning it, that it could be useful. Well, let's see about it.
Not first pick. I mean, you can go last pick Kagura and no one's really going to ban it out, right? So you want something powerful here. Maybe the Harith is a strong choice currently. There's also some Phoviuses, maybe, if that's possible. But then again, first pick material, I don't think so for either side. Just looking to see what could come through. Yeah, there you go. Harith is probably one of the only picks that's available right now that could justify being picked up first.
Well, right now you secure that buffed Harith, which probably will be going into the gold lane. Oh yeah, Phobos! So I'm already happy. Locked in with Valentina, so we are kind of making it harder for our opponents. But at the same time, Zaman Force so far not the best ultimate to steal away. Like, it's decent, but it's not the craziest. But what we see usually from the teams lately, they are picking Valentina kind of high in the order, and because they do it, they are forcing their opponents to pick heroes that don't really have significant ults, so they are kind of making it harder for them to play either Comforts or the meta. So that's exactly what's happening with Suyo. He's locked in. Alright, and Glue, that's another one of them.
I would say Eve plus Suyo would be great here. Yes, you're giving the RWM away, but it's okay, I guess. It's not a problem. You still pick Glue, still a solid choice. Flexible. Rome can be in the EXP as well, so you're really posing a threat to this Phoveus, and you're not allowing a Fredrin to come through. That's why you can see they lock in the Kalea. If you're on blue side, you want to take out the carry, you want to take out the Claude, maybe even the Granger if possible. But yeah, I think carry Granger gonna go be banned out from blue side. If you're on the red side, you want to take out some of the EXP lane options, or rather the roam options that could add pressure. But they go down the mid lane route. Zetian's a solid choice to be taken out. I'm assuming the next got to be Khalid. If they're suspecting this blue to go into the EXP lane, right? That would be the options. But if you're blue side, carry plus Granger's got to go.
Yeah, you speak the truth, my man. Carry is gone, now Granger is left in the queue, and alright, Kimi being outed, so now you are kind of shredding the mid lane pool. With Jushin, there's already 3 mid lane picks being banned. Decent, making it harder for your opponents. Of course, you are picking up first, but doesn't matter, you already had the mid laner. Glue has a very good matchup into Phobos. It's really hard to play as Phobos into it, because all of the spells, you kind of have the same range. You need to rely on your ultimate and hitting that second spell. Up until that, it's really hard and kind of easy on the Glue's part. He just needs to smack you on the head. So I am feeling that Glue will be going into that XP lane. Though they are thinking about the second ban. They are not sure about the Granger. What else could there be? What else?
It has to be Granger, because the Granger has the ability to kind of outplay the Harith. Never mind, they go for a Moskov. That is still a solid choice. That means you're kind of leaving only Granger open on the other side. There you go, Granger gets picked up. It was between the one of the two. Now in the mid lane, you do have Lilia. I think Lilia is a solid option just because you have the black shoes. You can pop the Purify. You have like 2 lifelines, I'd say, to go up against this Valentina as well as the Kalea. But in the roam position, I want to see a little more oomph. I want to see probably a Grok come through, maybe a Hilda, add more aggression if you're not putting this glue there, right? But if they opt to put the glue in the wrong position, maybe a Terizla or a Uranus in the EXP lane would be an absolute solid choice.
Terizla could be after he got rid of mana. He has
No
crazy
way.
sustain through the hand. Ooh, it's a Jawhead, my man. And I'm not even sure, is it a Jawhead XP? Because I saw ranked games having Jawhead XP. Nah, it's Jawhead ROM, right?
This is pocket pick. This is what a best of ones or best of threes are all about too. But you want to bring in the first pick to be such a surprise angle. You get the Jawhead, you have the Lunox, you have instant burst, and you can play so aggressive in the early game. You know for a fact that the EXP side of things, they are going to go for an invade if you're blue side. Red side are waiting for it. I love the Guinevere as well. One spatial migration in the early game, you're bound to get a couple of kills. So it's good. I'll tell you one thing. I can't really pick between the two, but I know for a fact that this game number 1 is gonna entertain us.
Perfectly said. I cannot disagree. It's going to be absolutely spectacular for sure. We have a lot of very funny picks, picks that you want to watch. You know, like we were laughing, we're scared that we have Uranus against Esmeralda. I'm sorry to all the Uranus mains and all the Esmeralda mains, but it's kind of boring. We don't want to watch that stuff. Like, the only crazy thing about Esmeralda is if she flicker ults, and that's like only once upon a while, and that's it. There's nothing else really. So I'm really excited about those picks because it's going to be explosive. Doesn't really matter who wins, but it's going to be fun. We will be rolling into the Land of Dawn, and since we should be talking about who's gonna win, who has the better draft, Kronos, in your eyes?
I think it's 50-50. They got slim win conditions for both. Taking a look at it, right? I think if you come down to blue side, you want to get the early aggression. If you're red, you're looking to play for the mid-game power spike. But folks, it's time. We're going to find out as we are in already. 45 seconds at Land of Dawn. Best of 3. Crown 7 Esports versus White Army. Kronos and Warren to bring you the action.
And right now we are watching Patrick and Fevos. And honestly, I have to give it to Realize he's kind of cooking. I was saying that the matchup is kind of hard, but he's making it seem easy. He's dodging all of the spells. He's cooking. Realize is on a good streak.
It's a never-ending battle. I think that's a gentleman's handshake. But over here.
Ooh, Melbourne. Very
Nice.
flip, and he goes for Lennox, but there's not really a follow-up. And actually, he bursted down his own mid laner. I'm not sure if Skylab will be gracious for that play.
I mean, that's fine. That's what you want to do as Jawhead, right? You want to pop the ejector whenever possible. You're not using you already used the flicker early on, so you know White Army are going to play a little more aggressive. Same thing on the other side, though. Lennox, if he gets in a little too deep, that ejector is going to come into play.
Ooh, Linux jumping in. Melbourne, he didn't have the ejector. Linux waiting around. Oh, Cage with that pick off. He got killed. Macaron with that snowball already running it through. And now it's a 2v1 on the bottom side. But let's not get overexcited. It's a glue. He has a flicker. He's alright.
I'm disappointed a little bit on Macaron's skin. I was wishing it's the KOF one, and all of a sudden, Psycho Ball. That's all you keep hearing. Have you ever tried that skin? It's so annoying. That's the most annoying skin in the game because you get to hear Guinevere say those skills all the time. But in the turtle pit, looks like he's going to go down Melbourne.
Jawhead, he's getting chased away. Now he is dead. Ghost got him. Ghost got the pick off. And Cage, two devs back to back. Crown 7 Esports starting off very, very poorly. It's not going well in their way.
Yeah, and I think this is what was the worst thing that could be possible if you're Crown 7 Esports, right? You don't want to give a couple of kills away to White Army, who are looking for a second Pearl power spike. They are super strong at that angle, and they might get another.
Oh man, this glue could not even move. He got one shot. Violet Requiem, knockups all across the board. He could not move, but right now they are trying to make a cross map. Code 10 waiting in those bushes. Will he get picked off or will he survive?
Flicker.
That's the question. I'm not sure if they know. Oh, they do. Now they do. They are running for him. They are trying to flip him, but no. They're not really deciding to go for that. Melbourne, I'm surprised he did not flicker. He could have burned the flicker for the flicker, but he decided against that.
No, I think Jawhead's flicker is more valuable. This is why I said you gotta ban the Granger against the Herald threat. You can see he's already making it difficult for him to get that last cannon. And this is what happens. A Granger can maybe outmaneuver the Herald, especially with that Rhapsody. You're gonna deal problems, but Melbourne looking for an ejector. Code 10 might get caught.
Oh, Melbourne with the flip. Oh, Code 10. Oh, it was not really decided perfectly. There was the 35 on Skylab, but Skylab did not really jump in at the right moment. Oh, actually, Cage fixing it all up. But now he will die, probably. Yeah, I think... Oh, he runs. Nah, he will die.
Ooh.
And it's even worse because the kill goes to Macaron.
It's messy. That fight was a little bit messy if you ask me, if you're Crown 7 Esports. Even if you're White Army, yes, you got a couple of kills on the board, but that was really messy in terms of what it could be like. And it all comes down to the composition. The audience prediction, 52 to 48%, powered by Runestone. It's that close, and I agree with the audience. It's such a 50-50. You give 52 to Crown 7 Esports because they have the early game. They've got the pocket picks, and they can get the pickoffs on point.
Oh, Skylab getting chased away. He needs to iframe it. Melbourne now really kind of running away. Not really. For a sec, I thought he would go for the flip, but no cooldowns on their side, so deciding against it.
Yeah, I think this is slightly to the point where you need this power spike right now if you are Crown 7 Esports. You need those pickoffs. They've neutralized this Jawhead right from the get-go, especially in the first minute when they burned this flicker so early. So you know the threat's not going to be there. The moment the threat's not there, White Army can roam around freely, play even more aggressive on their side, and jump to the backline with the help of the spatial migration. They get the turtle, and it's good that Crown 7 Esports did not contest, because if they did, they'd be walking into a war. Lanix looking to get a Tsunami Slam. Code 10 is going to farm up to the point where he's going to be unstoppable, and there's no way that Crown 7 Esports can really stop them.
Oh wait, Macaron actually jumping in. He decided against it. Violet Requiem bursting down Skylab. He's dead. Macaron half HP and still playing Cage, getting picked up. There's Glue. Can he do something? Can he get the shutdown? There's Melbourne trying to help him, but I think Glue is there left alone. He's trying to smack Macaron, but he knows that he cannot. Macaron left alive. 8 kills for White Army.
Yeah, this is not looking good. If you're White Army, you know you got this game in the bag at the moment. You don't want to throw it away, so play it more tactical, play it more methodical. Find your moments, get your right picks. Don't get caught by the ejector, because that could be disastrous. You could start feeding kills in the hands of Skylove. They do have the Chaos Assault. They still do have this Harith. He's not gone down a single time, but getting zoned away. Runs a Purify, but is that going to be enough, right? You want Melbourne to be a little more active. So far, he's been passive, not able to get the right ejectors, not able to get that right unstoppable force. Speaking of...
But right now, he might fix all his mistakes if they get the pickoff or realize. Skylab getting down, but no, they get the kill, and it's for Cage. I'm not sure if he has the Sky Piercer, but he should. So those are extra stacks for him, maybe for a comeback.
A comeback? I don't know.
Eventually, you know,
eventually there has to be. If there is a chance for a comeback, this could be the moment, right? Kage needs to find those Sky Piercer stacks on the Suyo. Anything can happen, especially with the amount of damage that he can do with a Sever. It is a possibility. Never say over until it's over. That's the main part. But if you're Crown 7 Esports, you want to play around this Harith. Oh no.
Trying to go for Linux, but Linux actually dodged it with the spell. Linux ran away with the time stun. Oh, Melbourne going for the back line, but he's there left alone. Melbourne, that was too deep, my man. Ghost now playing all around, dancing around. Macron with the back line engage, going for that back line kill. Skyres, that unstoppable. Macaron is cooking them. He's doing whatever he wants, and of course he will. 5-0-4 Guinevere. This Guinevere is ready to rumble.
Yeah, Crown 7 Esports, Melbourne had the right idea, but he walked into a trap. Went in with the ejector, smart missiles activated, wanted to get the throw onto Lanix, but guess what? Walked straight into a title strike, knocked up once, then gets caught out in the Tsunami Slam, pulled away, and it's GG.
Oh, this is absolutely brutal. They got one shot before they did even know what happened. There are the iframes on the mid lane. Skylab running away. This game is not really going their way. I think they might even start possibly thinking about the draft for the next game. Because, yeah, don't say over before it's over, but this is not going well. They got killed again. All of the teamfights are looking so grim for them.
7,000 gold lead, not a single tower touched on their side. White Army are looking to dominate. They got the tier 2s in the top, tier 2 in the mid lane, tier 2 in the bot's going to be next. They got about 75 seconds to the Lord. Everything's in their favor. They've hit their power spike. They have the ability to kite. They have the ability to dive. They can go for a pick off. L9 Ghost can lock down whatever ultimate he wants. In this case, probably the Brilliance, maybe the Unstoppable Force if he wants to do that. Even can get the grab on top of someone, right? But I'd say Crown 7 Esports, they need to build a team fight around the Harith. They don't have the tools. They've really invested on this early pickoff with the Jawhead, which hasn't worked.
it has not worked, and we are still waiting for it to work, but maybe it's getting too late, a little bit too late into the game. Winter crowns will be all across the board, tanky items. Macron has the queen wings, so that's another target off. So basically you are just looking for code 10 or L9 Ghost, but Ghost can just steal away the ult from Skylove, so he will iframe. Oh, Cage. Nah, Cage got found, he's on the run, he's trying to dance around, kind of waste a little bit more time, but honestly Cage should be already thinking about dying the quickest he can before they will be able to get the Lord, because after they get it, and when he's on the death timer, they can utilize, actually the death timers are kind of low, so it's not significant, and he got that wave on top of it, so, you know, some gold. Oh, there's a flip, going for that Lionx, trying to run away, Flicker. Yeah, Flicker burned for a Flicker, alright.
It's not good for Crown 7 Esports though. Their Flicker is a little more valuable in this part of the game compared to White Army, but the goalie's starting to slip. It's about 8.5k almost, and then next thing you know, it's going to be 10, and it's going to be an impossible way for Crown 7 Esports to make it back. 13-2, they're 11 kills ahead. Code 10, the only saving grace, kind of like if you're looking for a little bit of positivity, if you're a Crown 7, is that Code 10 does not have a lot of Skypiercer stacks. Because if he did, it could have been over. But he has the damage. I wish we could take a look at the items before the Lord crashes in, because I think he has a BOD. He's got a Malefic Roar. He definitely has the Hunter Strike. And if he has the Sky Piercer on top of that with at least one stack, yeah, this could be disastrous. The Lord is already marching on the bot side. The waves are crashing in. Holy defense on top and mid is active. But the next wave is what we're really looking at with spawns right now. And the bot side no inhibitor means that the Lord can crash in. Macaron is looking to jump on top of Skyrus, bait out the Purify, and then maybe Lanix could go in, or vice versa.
We want on Macaron, he could get killed. Now Winter Crown there, keeping him alive. There's the stun, Macaron moving away. Oh, he is there. No, he gets caught. He gets shut down. Cage, great pickup, but can they get out in a fast enough fashion? No, they cannot. But actually, it bought enough time for them to kill the Lord. That's good. But Babis is dead now. 5 frames on the mid laner to keep himself out of harm's way. Running away. Realize that it's still 4v3. I'm not sure if it will be an easy task to defend it. Skyrus trying to poke out the wave, kind of trim it out. Code 10 getting bursted down. Skyrus, oh, there is the engage from Melbourne. Going to buy some time. Oh, actually, Skyrus cooking, but maybe cooking a little bit too deep. He got stuck in the oven. He burned himself, and there is Skylove getting killed too. And it's another wave coming in. I don't think Babis and Cage can respawn in time, or can they? Paralyze actually getting killed because he tanked too much. There is Cage. Can he turn the tide? I'm not sure. He can. I'm actually 100% sure he cannot. This is the first game. Wow, White Army, what a performance. Macaron was cooking that macaroni.
Yeah, not just that. It's just the fact that in the draft, you know this Jawhead wants to play aggressive, but burning your Flicker in the early game and then not able to absorb the aggression that's coming in from White Army for the next 2 minutes kind of made it super difficult for them to make any sort of a comeback. Because if you're a White Army, you know you want to abuse the fact that you have that Guinevere, you have that Kalea combo, right? You want to make the most out of the opportunity. And Granger not being picked off a lot of times. You could see he went for the Hunter Strike, Sky Piercer, Malefic Roar. He was building to the BOD. I mean, at that point, did it really need the boots? I don't think so. He was just getting the rapid boots so that he could kite the Jawhead. But if you are Crown 7 Esports, you went too late game on both sides. Early aggression in the mid lane, yes, but you get so aggressive that you burn a Flicker that's super important early on without having the damage on Skylove, and Kage not being there on the Suyo made it super difficult for them. And after that, whatever you walk into was a straight up trap. And 0-0-13 on Lanix being the MVP, yeah, he did a fantastic job just to burn out that Flicker early. After that, it was a one-sided story. You try to dive on Code, he's able to kite. Granger does well against the Harriet in lane. That's the nature of how these heroes work. That's the law of the jungle. So you know for a fact that Harriet was going to have a tough time. That's why I said they had to ban out the Granger. If it was a Moskov, something could have been possible, right? They could have had a little bit more reliance on Harriet dominating the lane. But unfortunate that it was not possible. And you could see it was a one-sided slaughter coming in from White Army. Crown 7 Esports really tried, but every time they went in, walked into a trap.
I mean, this was a great analysis. We all saw it. You spoke it. We all know it. Crown 7 Esports, they had too many eggs in one basket. They basically saved everything for the early game, and it didn't work out. And since it did not work out, everything looked bad after that. all of those moments after like 6-minute mark, it was basically over. Like there was not really anything they could look forward to and being like, all right, we are gonna scale up, we are gonna make a clutch. Because if you look at their comp in a straight up team fight, it doesn't do anything. It's just a catch comp. It's just there for a glue to maybe catch someone off and separate him from the rest. There is Melbourne to try to burst someone down, but the fights have to start with a pickoff. If it's a straight up 5v5, it's going to look bad, and it's exactly what happened.
Well, one-sided game. It's a best of 3 after all, so there's a couple more games to go. If you want to lose the game, you got to lose the first one so you can wake yourself up a little bit more. Crown 7 Esports expected a little more out of them after they beat Void Kids, so a little bit disappointed. Maybe overcooked the draft. Don't overcook it, don't overthink it, keep it very simple. The Jawhead, something that's really a massive pocket pick, but not having the right tools to make it come alive, and going up against a Kalea, okay, who has basically the same thing a Jawhead does, but twice the amount with the Title Strike and the Tsunami Slam, and you don't really need the flicker to have that element of surprise. Yeah, I think Crown Esports need to find a way to integrate their idea into the draft, not go so crazy with it.
Yeah, I think they went with a crazy setup that if it worked, we could be looking at a game where it was like 10-0 and it was over in like 10 minutes. Super quick one, but that's not really what happened. It didn't work out, and after it doesn't work out, it's too risky. It's like, yeah, it's simply too risky. You need to, if you're asking me, you need to step it down. You need to make something that's a little bit more conservative, a little bit more reasonable, a little bit more relaxed, that doesn't really rely on a crazy pickoff that has to happen, otherwise your comp is cooked. Because I think if you are trying to look for something like that, it's either when you are matched up against an opponent that's much stronger than you, so you just want to risk it. But since they beat Void Kids, I think they could have it. I think they could be a formidable opponents against White Army, but they cannot overcook it. It was too much.
I agree. I think if you're thinking a little too much when it comes to the way that you're playing the game, it's not going to benefit you, especially with this current meta and the way that's working, right? I'm actually taking a look at right now at the entire brackets that's going on for the rest of the games. And we know, I have my eyes on one particular team called Takeover. They've got Wicked, they've got Walkie. You know, they're a strong force to be dealt with. I'm trying to see if they made it through. They did drop a game from the upper brackets, from the winners bracket, and now down to the loser. Yeah, they lost it to Spartan Legacy, and now they're down in the loser brackets. But I can't find them in the loser bracket. Am I blind? Warren, you need to help me out. I got 4 eyes.
I'm on, boss.
I think we can see Opertsum bow out. Spectra got through. The Shui beat Cold Flame. Bald Force is still in the fight. Let's go. Deadlight is still alive. But I don't see Takeover. So unless...
Yeah, Takeover are kind of deeper. They are in the round 6th, so you need to look a little bit deeper. They are rating on their opponents right now. They will be matched up against either Spectra or Shui. Depends who wins. True. That's also kind of the same story for Void Kids. They are waiting for their opponents, and it will either be Spawned Esports against Carpe Diem, which, by the way, should be... Oh yeah, that will play out, and it will be one of those teams against Spirity Baby, and from them will be the contester for Void Kids. So yeah. They are a little bit deeper than I expected in the loser bracket. It's tricky. It's tricky. That's the loser bracket part. You need to see where they fell.
Yeah, I agree.
By the way, I love. By the way, I love. Sorry to cut you off, but I love that you mentioned Shui, because I actually casted a couple of games from Shui, and I think they could be on a decent trajectory. But really depends. Really depends. Right now in the loser bracket, so they need to fight through.
I think you're right. When you talk about a decent trajectory, they are looking like they can make it out. But then again, now all the BO1s are kind of off the table. They're all going to be BO3s. This is where experience comes into the play. This is where you know what the meta is. You have to understand the meta. Unless you got really deep pockets and just keep wanting to pull out combos to make things work. It is possible still, right? It is still possible, but not the way Crown 7 kind of did that. You don't go for a Harriet plus a Jawhead. Like, you're not really making anything work out. If it was Jawhead plus Granger, cooked, right? They would have cooked. But that's why I said, on the other side, they had kind of a Jawhead that does things a little better with the hands of the Kalea. You get a double knockup. and Granger is just free hitting from the back line, and he gets the Sky Piercer stacks, which really Harriet cannot. If you see a Harriet with a Sky Piercer, guys, you just click the surrender button. You know the guy's already playing for the opponent team. So I'd say in this case, again, Crown 7 Esports, when you're going to the draft, don't overthink it. They were doing really well with the bans. It's just the picks got to them too much.
On the note of funny builds, I actually had a Moscow in my game who had, how is it called, execution, the thingy that like executes people. Yeah, execute. Yeah, he was playing with execute, and he first picked Moscow, and then he flamed me for my pick. Yeah, well, short story short, he was like 0-12, doing absolutely nothing, and stealing kills away with the execution. So yeah, I feel like the Skypiercer Harit might be a contester with this guy. Like they could battle it out.
I'm telling you, he picked the execute because you got to think a little ahead of the, ahead of the 8-ball. If you got to come close to kill the Moskov, right? So if he pins you next to the wall, he has a short range to kill you, so he can go right next to you, click the execute button, and take you down.
Now looking at it, I might try it myself after we after we wrap it all up today. So people, be careful. Don't log into the game if you're around mythic rank, because you might get me with the Moscow with execute. So be careful. Don't log in. Right, Fevo's been banned, so a little bit, yeah, I will cry a bit for a second, but yeah, Fevo's not being available. What are we expecting for the other bans? Are we thinking Marcel, because yeah, he was always there. By the way, you were talking Hilda. I think if they had Hilda instead of Johet, it could have been so much better.
Yes,
if I have to add one last thing to the last round we had.
I agree. The Hilda is definitely a solid pick. But here you can see, this time, White Army on the blue, Crown 7 on the red.
Sides.
So they switch sides. You know what I like, though? I like how everyone on the side of Crown 7 are on the same page. C7, everyone has the same squad, right? So they're playing on the same boat. But if you are White Army, I mean, that could be an indication that they're not on the same page. Maybe, I don't know, just reading a little too much into it. But speaking of reading too much into it, draft, Jushin still available, Harley still available. What do they want to do? How do they do it?
Yeah, that's the question. I think for red side, it's a pretty big contest to ban out Jushin. You are basically just thinking that and maybe something else. Whereas for the blue side, you have a little bit more options. We saw Sora being banned. That's one hot contender if you don't want to go for it. Of course, if you went for it, it will be so easy. They pick Valentina, you are kind of screwed. So probably you'd rather ban it than look for it. What else? What else is there? Leo could be. All right, you ban Jushin yourself? Okay.
Nice.
So either White Army are cooking or they are burning the food.
No, I like the Jushin ban. It's okay. It's not terrible. Because if you don't ban the Jushin, the Valentina is left open. You want to prioritize the Valentina since the Sora can be left open as well. But then you have the Harley, right? So are they going to leave the Harley open and then let the Harley through being picked up as first pick? But there's still the Valentina that prevents you from picking the Sora on the other side. Now you don't have the Phoveus to get that second pick as well. So there you go. That's too much to let go, man. That hero is nasty at the moment. So I'd say first pick with the White Army has got to be a Valentina. Lock it down. Don't overthink it. Let the Sora be open. You know they're the opposite side are not going to pick it up for themselves. Valentina first pick. And then maybe on the other side, you could think of going Glue plus something, or maybe Kalea plus Carry, right? Or even Eve could be picked up on the other side. But the first pick's Valentina's got to be locked in, unless I was gonna say unless you really think Harriet is so crazy. I don't think so. I don't think it's first pick material.
Well, it looks like White Army definitely don't agree with you because they went straight for it. Basically, no questions asked. Right now, you have to answer, and I feel like Valentina is such an easy pick. You were saying it for the first pick, I agree, but right now, since it's left for the taking, just take it. As a red side, Crown 7 Esports, go for it.
Unless they want to go SpongeBob. No chance.
I mean, SpongeBob is always the option.
Aulus is not available.
But he is banned. He is banned. Don't pick him up.
So, Kalea maybe here. Valentina plus Kalea, super solid. Or you could go Valentina plus Suyo, still super solid. So, but I think Valentina Kalea is just a nice way to stop this Harith. You already thrown a wrench in the works, and Sora isn't. No, you don't go Sora, right?
It's too soon. You could have waited. They cannot pick it up. You could have waited. You could have secured something else. You could have secured the roamer as you were. Yeah, and now Kalea is in their hands. I think the Valentina is a good pickup, but as we said, we thought that Code 10 kind of fumbled the bag with first pick Harith. I think right now the Sora pickup is too soon. It's a little bit of a fumble.
Suyo here, right? Kalea Suyo. Add more oomph in the early game, unless you want to go Zetian in the mid already to add that peel to get that kind of wave clear, but then you're inviting so much pressure. So I think you either go Eve or lock in the Suyo to get that jungle power spike. There you go. They still get early. They still get early prio. I only said Suyo so that you don't give the steed on the other side, but if they're confident Macaron wants to roll with it, they can go, and it's looking solid already. The kill pressure is on from the early game. They want to get the invades down. Maybe get a Suyo now at least, since you don't have the Kalea. Carry is a solid choice, but you don't have anything paired to carry up with.
That's the thing. That's a very big thing, because for carry you kind of want to hold them in the same spot. If we are looking what we have, alright, actually I see one synergy, and that's Tsunami Slam being stolen away by Skylove, and he takes anyone basically, and Skyrest will shred them up with curry. That's kind of decent idea. And in the meantime, there could be even shifting skies being thrown into the mix, so it will slow them down even longer. So maybe that's the idea. But yeah, I agree. I think a little bit of a different heroes should be paired up with curry.
Yeah, I think if you are White Army, probably looking to prioritize maybe a Farsa, maybe what's the other one? Eve. Maybe still that's left open. You're okay giving Crown 7 that RWM, that's fine. Yes, they're gonna play around in it with the shifting skies as well, but you have the aggressive tool with that Phantom Seer, right? Because they banned out the Guinevere, I feel even more they're leaning towards the fact that they want to go for the Eve. And maybe they're looking to ban out Yu Zhong as well if they're on the other side, but it could be a solid tool for themselves. You want this Sora to do well in the EXP lane. Not a lot of options left open. They're not going to ban out Arlot. If they really want to double down to the EXP, I would say just take out the Yu Zhong. But I understand what Crown 7 are thinking. If they go Eve, that's fine. We get the RWM ourselves, so it's not going to be a problem. Kimmy is another thing that could have been disastrous, but that's just adding so much more magic power to it. So I think if you are White Army, take out another jungler. Suyo is a solid choice. Or take away the early aggression for river control from them, which is this Khalid. So now they're left with what? Hilda, Gatot, Kacha. And I think Gatot's a good solid choice.
Hilda, Gatot, Kacha, but don't forget Kaja. They could still go for that. Kaja can pick up basically anyone, get the one shot through Kari. That would be a very, very good staple paired up with the Kari. But really depends if you want to play it. Also, Kaja super high prio in the mid lane, so they could even have that. Yes, I absolutely agree. After the fumble with Sora, I have to give it to them. Kaja is a decent pick. It's kind of fixing the draft.
Yeah, it is. It's getting to the point where you have now outs, right? If the Kalea comes in a little too deep, if Macaron goes in a little too deep with this Leomord, you have the ability to stop them. You can use the suppress, and also same thing with the Harith. So you have some way to stop this Harith right now, but it's only one tool, and it's not going to be enough. They need something else in the jungle to add more pressure, and they need that early kill pressure, because you're not going to go against a Leomord without anything. I was going to say Zetian's a great choice. Eve is a great choice right now. If you are White Army, they don't want to go for the Eve just because Valentina's on the other side. So yes, with the Zetian being picked up would be better against this Kaja. A Yu Zhong added to the mix. Oh, you're giving too much away, but I still think it's so powerful. I'm alright if you're White Army. You can take the Black Dragon. It doesn't matter at this point. You do have that Fury of the Phoenix to stop this Kaja in place. So I think if you're White Army, I'm still happy with the draft. So aggressive. Level 4 power spike is insane. First turtle is technically almost in their pocket. It just comes down to see what Crown 7 are going to rock in the jungle. And I don't see a lot of junglers left open apart from a Suyo. Maybe a Nolan if they want to keep up with the farming speed or even get ahead, get some early advantage. They're not going to go for a Fredrin since it's not expanding rivers. Lancelot, you don't have the damage output. Maybe Fanny but still you're walking into a Kalea. So yeah, I'd say 100% this has got to be a Suyo. No, not Easton. You're inviting to him. No.
They locked him in. They did it. They locked in Easton Shin. And yes, I know what you wanted to say. They are inviting they are opening the doors and they are saying, all right, invade me. I'm all there. Yeah, exactly. They will get invited a lot. And also another part to that is that realize on that Yu Jong has another target which he can go for. He can go for Yesen Shin, he can go for gold lane, he can go for mid laner. So many options for that Yu Jong. If he has the Petrify, he's going for them. And if they are not playing smart and they are paired up in the same group, he jumps on them and he gets a 3-man Petri. It's done. That's a one-team fight.
I mean, the one saving grace I could say, even the Yisen Shin, I am a big fan of the Yisen Shin, right? I make it known. I love Yisen Shin in the jungle. I like players who play Yisen Shin. If the Yisen Shin is able to get the early snowball, if he's able to farm up super fast, if he's able to get that two-level win condition ahead of the Leomord, then yes, it's possible. But already, I can see Crown 7 Esports will have to give up that first turtle. If they contest and they lose a couple of bodies, game's already over there. But if you're a White Army, you want to force them. You want to force them to start the turtle and then maybe come and take it away. But we're only going to find out. Game 2 is now underway. White Army have the lead. Crown 7 Esports needs to find answers and needs to find answers quick.
They need to be quick on their feet. Melbourne with a little bit of the poke. Two birds actually in the mid lane. One is Kaja, second one is the Phoenix, Zatian. Macaron already moving in for a little to get that extra vision. Melbourne getting bursted down a little bit, but actually Ghost a little bit lower on that HP.
Yeah, and I think at this moment, it's looking like... It's already looking like... See, this is what I was talking about. You already have the Zetian. You can kind of range the Valentina. Valentina plus Kaja. Yes, you got some sort of wave clear, but it's not the strongest. EXP lane, Yu Zhong's going to be winning. Gold lane, the Herod's going to be winning. So you're winning in all fronts. You just want this Valentina to outpoke this Zetian whenever they're kind of making rotations and wait for Kaja to hit that level 4 for anything to happen if you are Crown 7 Esports.
Yeah, as you were saying, they definitely want to drop the first turtle. Honestly, I would even argue that they might be thinking about dropping the second turtle as well, because this team needs a long time to get going. Well, actually, they are right now making go, and there's Leomord flying in, trying to go for the Tiesun. Shivantia had to flicker out of the harm's way. There's Kalia trying to chase for them. First blood actually goes to Cage. Cage! Nice! That was a great one.
Good.
You were talking good Tiesun, good gameplay, good mechanics. He gave that.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. If you're Easton Shin, you want to get the early snowball going. You want to get some sort of a lead, right? Because if not, it will be difficult for them to try and make something back. And this is a good start for Crown 7 Esports if you're looking at it. Now they find another one on the top side. So yes, adding more. You don't want to really contest this turtle unless Kaja's level 4. So Kage on this Easton Shin, he will make his way into the turtle. But if Macaron has something to do about it with that steed, it could be disastrous for them.
Crown 7 Esports already starting out the turtle. Sora jumping in. Kaja already thinking about going in. Now Sora started a little bit too deep. Oh, he needs to run. Shifting Skies are not on his side. He got killed. Turtle gets in their hands. Melbourne with a pick off. No, he's actually the one getting picked off. There's Yu Jong flying in and Skyres dying. You should have gave the turtle. Guys, you had such a great start. And now you fumbled it back. Chronos, why did they do it?
This is what I was talking about, right? You know for a fact that they have the early aggression level 4 in the first turtle pit. They are super strong. Nobody can really walk up to them. They don't have that some sort of a stiff arm to stop White Army to get in their jungle, to get in their face. So if you don't have anything kind of stop them, if you don't have any sort of a shoulder push to at least slow down the momentum, to slow down the speed at which they're coming at you, it's going to be difficult. And they got a 2 kills early lead, but immediately, like you said, fumbled it away. And now they're going to find it difficult to make anything possible because Melbourne doesn't have his flicker for another minute. So you're going to wait for another minute to make a play. So White Army really need to play this calculative. They have the flicker on Lanix. They do have the Tsunami Slam. Maybe utilize that to take off Melbourne right now before he gets the flicker. There you go.
Oh, there's the play. And Melbourne is there. Is a roasted chicken for lunch. Ooh, White Army I agree with that choice. Roasted chicken, kind of good meal.
Sounds good.
Since we are talking about roasting, it feels like Babizi22 is kind of roasting his opponent. Yu Jong 1 level behind, actually 2 levels behind, and he's getting dove. Babizi, he went for it. Oh, there's the Patrick. Oh, he got outplayed. Babizi, too deep, my man. What did you do, Babizi? Oh, that's not good.
So that you call that Babizi? I don't know.
Oh,
Thanks
yeah,
for letting me know.
That's how you read it. It's in Azbuka.
Okay, in Azbuka, it's called Babizi. But folks, looking at the audience predictions, powered by Runestone, 73% for White Army. Rightly so, with the composition that they have, such an early power spike. 27% for Crown 7 Esports. It was 52-48 previous game, and now look how it's turned around, Warren.
I agree. It turned up on its head. Melbourne with flicker play suppression, and that's how you want to use Kaja. That's a pickoff. Kotan is that. Now you get the tower, you get the play. Thanks, you have still 9 seconds. You get all of that. Good job, Crown Esports. They are still fighting back, and they have to. Their opponents have the match point.
Oh, Macron.
Oh, Macron. He is with the flank. He is flying on his horse. L9 goes, got bursted down though. Cage is still alive, dancing there on the knife edge. Macron. Oh, he almost got him, but Cage, he is still there. Those are the mechanics of the Ascension that you wanted to see, Crowners.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. But again, really well played from Crown 7 Esports, because that's I said the same thing. Oh no, never mind. We might see another pick off here.
Babizi with the shifting skies trying to go for realize. There's also the stance. They got stacked up, and Babizi gets the pick off back there. The retaliation from the missed play on the top side.
Yeah, I think now Crown Esports understand what they got to do. Every time the Divine Judgment's available, rather not even the Divine Judgment, every time the Flicker is available for Melbourne, they need to look for kills, and that's what they're doing. Feed it in the hands of Skyrest, playing it really well. It's working out to perfection. If you are White Army, however, you want to slow it down. You don't want to fight when he has the Flicker. Or even if he has the Flicker, you want to pick off Melbourne. Nobody else. The more you pick off Melbourne, the more difficult it is for Crown 7 Esports to try and make any comebacks in these fights. Already Starlium sight in the hands of Code. Warax already picked up for Macaron. You can see the power spikes are starting to hit. They need to find a way to feed more kills into this Leomord and play around this Zetian, because you have the range to poke them down. The moment the poke is available, the moment they have the steed, the pickoffs are going to come easy. But it all starts with Melbourne for Crown 7 Esports. So if Lanix finds a way to pick him off, yeah, Crown 7 Esports going to have a difficult time. But Crown 7 Esports just have to do the same thing. Use that Flicker, find the target, pull him out, make life difficult for the Zereth.
Well, Linux is trying to make life difficult for the mid laner, trying to go for Skylove. Skylove flickering out. Macaron for the chase, but he's hidden under tower. Babizi going for the backline play, but he doesn't have the damage. That's wrong. Shifting skies. He should have took the Thunder form. He cannot get the kill. He cannot reach Ghost, and he dies. But though, in the meantime, Macaron gets killed because he went too deep. Because I think he was missing some of those steps from the Search Fit Club challenge. And he tried to make up for it, but he went too deep, Kronos.
100%, and this is what I was telling, right? You got the wrong target. They went for Skylove. Yes, they got him locked down with Tsunami Slam, but don't forget, it's got a double dash. You got a Terrified. That's what happened. Macaron dove under the turret, got Terrified, and then Skylove was able to kind of use that... I don't even know if he was able to use the...
there's
well,
the
wait, never mind.
Realize cannot even play. He got one shot. He could not even use the Black Dragon form, and now you have a 5v4 play for the turtle.
And that's without the Flicker. That's without Melbourne using his Flicker.
Let's be one with it. Skylab getting picked off, and he gets killed. Oh, that's a rough start to the fight, and you don't have Cage. He is not there. Shifting skies on 3. That's decent. Oh, big knockup, big CC, but you don't have the damage. Skyrest getting caught in the ultimate from Zetian, and there is Babizi getting left alone. Cage, why was he not there? Why the rest of the team fought without Cage? Why did you do that, Crown 7 Esports? You make a good play, and then you fumble the bag.
Aggression from White Army. That's what they need to do again and again. And now Kage might be going down. Really well played. This is what White Army need to do to take charge. Crown 7 Esports did the right thing. They got the pick off with Melbourne without using the Flicker, but then found themselves in a difficult position in the map, which was capitalized by Macaron. Now they've got the Lord themselves, so it's still back and forth. It could be anyone's game, but White Army have a 3k goal lead on their side, and the pace of this game is so fast, the tempo is so high that they need to keep going faster. But this is what happens. If they walk into a bush, Melbourne is forced to get out, and they almost bait out his Divine Judgment. Now for the next 40 seconds, he doesn't have it. So you know it might be there just when the Lord makes it to the inhibitor. But if they get the right flicker, if they get the right pull, and they're able to get Skyrus the kills, it will be difficult for White Army to do anything. And the target is always going to be Code.
I mean, it doesn't honestly even matter who is the target.
Oh,
right
no.
now they are going for Linux,
Oh, no.
and I think that could be decent enough. But the problem was that there was no cage and Skyrus was too far behind. So they did not actually get the pick of Babizi, trying to buy some time. And actually, Lord has been dealt with. I mean, this is not so bad.
Premature.
Oh, this is horrible! Macaron killing Cage just when you say premature. Yes, I agree. It was premature to cheer for Crown 7 Esports because now they get the pick of a Macaron, but Cage is that. And in the meantime, they are losing bottom lane tower, they are losing mid lane tower, and they lost their jungler.
I mean, Macaron got that kill, was trying to run away, didn't get through. That's all right. They gave the kill away. Now you can see a flicker play coming in.
Oh my god, he'll pick you off Skylove. No, he runs away. That's the double dashes, we were talking about it. And Babizi with that stun that he gives you for a goodbye. Well, Crown 7 Esports still holding strong, but I'm not sure for how long can they hold like this. The deeper we get into the late game,
Kage?
the harder it will be. And the much more pressure will be on the hands of Cage, because he needs to perform.
Yeah, again, right? Crown 7 Esports. Yeah, there you go. That's what you got to do.
Divine Judgment, you go for Linux, you one-shot him. No, you don't, because no one focused him. Cage went for the right side, and the Skyrus did not have the damage. Cage needing to run now. Traces into the wall. A little bit of panic. There's Babizi getting pushed away to the side, to the right side, to the left side. He could not even move. Macro with the dive in under the tower and spanking them on their way out, and not deciding to dive further. He has all the walks that he needed from the Surge Fit block.
I mean, I'm telling you, man, Crown 7 Esports don't look like they're on the same page. Yes, you got the same squad, but the way that they're playing, it looks like they're kind of disconnected. Melbourne gets a nice Divine Judgment, but doesn't go into Skyrus nor Kage. And then you walk in, you take the pull towards Skylo, who doesn't have the burst to take them down. The only possible combo they could really pull off is if the Mountain Shocker's available, but then you have carry. You need to feed the kills into the carry. And if you're letting the carry go free, not allowing her to get those kills, and White Army applying the pressure, it's not going to work out. Now Divine Judgment's available with the flicker. They need to get this kill. They need to get a pull onto Skyrus so Skyrus can dish out the damage. Otherwise, White Army are just going to walk in freely, take those Divine Judgments, and they're still going to make it out alive. And if you are White Army, you don't want to get on top of Skylove. Just lock down Melbourne. Just lock down this chicken. Have the roast chicken for dinner. Fried chicken, whatever you want to call it. Chicken curry. Whatever you want to call it. You got to get that in the bag. That's how you lock in the game. Then you already have. So they got themselves a Lord. 4K goal lead. They trade one on the bot side, so tier 1s on both sides are gone. Holy Shield is still present in the mid lane on the top side for Crown Esports. The Lord should be coming in the next 10 seconds. We'll be marching down the bot side. No Holy Shield's presence now, so White Army can go for the end, but they need to find the right target. And if you're Lanex, don't try and chase Skylove. Get Skyrus, get Melbourne, and call it a day.
I mean, man, I'm not even sure if they need to find the right target, because looking at the items, code 10, look at what all he has. He has Holy Crystal, he has the Sarlium side, he has the Feather of Heavens. This man is cooking, and he will, in a timely enough fashion, he will have another item. He will be the first guy to have 4 items in the game.
Ooh, 4 items, Trinity online right now. 4 Skyrus is going for a Wind of Nature. Personally, I think Malefic Gun would have made more sense here, just because you have the range, or rather I think he's going for Magic Blade for the Rose Gold Meteor with that build. So yeah, I think White Army right now, finding the right moments. Look at the right target. Who you're looking to take down. Lanex is going to be the one to lead the charge. Macaron might start it with a Steed, and then we'll see how his Siege coming in.
He is already on that Steed, tower getting pushed down, even without no one intervening. And the Lord is getting targeted though, but they will trade it for the top line tower. They don't really mind. Realize making some space. Cage, no half HP. Cage, be careful, my dude. No, he got petrified. He jumped out. Traceless from Cage, keeping himself alive. There's the shifting skies on 3. Can he get more? He will try to do so. He targets to Melbourne is there. L9 goes, getting picked off. Melbourne killed. It's okay.
Lanex.
It's a roll.
Oh, Lanex.
He's still alive. But can he get out? He dodges, but it's not for long. Monster kill for Code 10, and he is destroying his opponents. They have nothing to show against him. Code 10 is absolutely dominating the game. And
yeah,
he
the
goes for
Herald,
more.
this is why.
First being dropped down. Godlike
Skyrus is gone.
getting picked
Oh,
up. It's double
triple.
kill. Cage trying to play it out.
Triple.
He does have the traceless. Can he jump out? No,
Oh.
he cannot. Triple kill for Code 10. And this man, this little guy, the first pick that they got, just spelled the doom for Crown 7 Esports, because right now they are getting put in the loser bracket, are they?
Victory!
2-0, fast wins, White Army identifying their win condition, right? Identifying what they got to do and able to make it work in the end. I said Lanex had to get the right target. In the end, dove in, found the right person, get that pull, absorbs a lot of damage, get that heal with the passive, gets out with slightest bit of HP, and then the Herald starts shining. Why? Zaman Force has low cooldowns. They're able to get the inhibitors. You don't want to fight a Herald in the Zaman Force without a lot of crowd control. And the crowd control just vanished because there was no Sora, there was no Kaja. What can they do? A little bit of a Terrify? Sure, I got the Purify. Pop that, still dash around, dance around that sword, dance around the opposition, dance around in the base crystal, take that away, and Crown 7 Esports felt like they crouched down, lost the crown to the Jester, and White Army walking their way into their castle and now moving on to the next stage, of course.
We are continuing onwards, waiting for their respective opponents. That will come from a duel between Spartan Legacy and Light Cavalry. Just for a quick update, Light Cavalry has 1 point up against Spartan Legacy, so we will see if they will be the opponents of White Army or will they not. We can also glance over at the highlights. Chronos, again, lovely analysis. I have to agree with all the points, but I have to also add up a little bit of that sauce extra on top of it, because they were playing good and then they were playing bad. Then they were playing good and then they were playing bad. You know, like it felt like they lost all the 7 crowns that are in their names just consecutively throughout the whole game. You know, like good play, bad play, good play, bad play. This was basically the story for Crown 7.
Yeah, it just didn't. It just became slightly difficult if you are Crown 7, right? It just felt like they were not on the same page. And you can take a look at it from the highlights as well. Skyrus has the damage. Kage goes in. This is the pull that I'm talking about. He gets the pull onto Lanex, but not near Skyrus. And that beautiful timing on the Fury of the Phoenix, making it even more difficult. And look at Skyrus. He was down, but never got a chance to pop the Purify, which made it super difficult for them to make any sort of a comeback. So the idea was there. The execution wasn't on point, and they did not have the same mindset going in. I think being on a different pace just didn't work out. And in the end, you could see Lanex surviving with the slightest bit of HP, making a big difference.
That's true. That's true. But it was a little bit more that than that little survival with the slightest bit of HP. Because even though White Army made some mistakes, for example, trying to chase for Skylove and sometimes even chasing for someone else that they were not really supposed to, it worked out in the end. They were a little bit like, if we would take the game as a thing itself, like 80%, 85% of the game played by White Army was correct, whereas for Crown 7 Esports, it was like around 50. There were good moments, there were bad moments. They could not really connect it. As you were saying, they all had the club name, they have the C7, but that's kind of where their synergy ended. There were glimpses, but it wasn't really working out. For example, I remember one of those fights where Cage and Skyrest kind of went the opposite way. They went for the right side instead of the left. They did not continue with the rest of the team, so Linex survived. It was those moments like these, where it did not really connect well together.
And, well, on that note, you know for a fact White Army are moving on in the upper stages. Crown 7 dropped down. It's looking a little more heated. It's looking a bit more exciting for MEC qualifiers. Of course, that's what we have for day number 1. We still got a couple more days to go. 3 slots left for the MEC. I am super excited. I'm I'm just waiting to see those 3 slots, and then we can start doing those tier lists, start looking at what these teams are strong about, maybe get a couple of, a bit more content out about these teams, not just Surge, but us as well. So make sure you're liking, you're sharing, you're subscribing, you make sure you're following wherever you're watching from. Do the same to Warren on his Instagram, on his TikTok, and his YouTube as well. Same thing with me, Kronos Cast. You can do that. Follow us. We'll get a lot coming in for MEC. I'm excited for what's coming in store for the regular season, but we still got 3 more teams to lock down. That was the first. Today was the first day. I think tomorrow will be the day where we lock in the first teams, don't we, Warren?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Through the winners bracket, we could be seeing the first teams. Not sure. Maybe it's all left for the 3rd day. But you know what? You will know when you join in tomorrow. So of course, log that in. When do we start tomorrow, Kronos? What time do we start?
Tomorrow, I think we start a little earlier than we did today. So maybe that's when we'll figure out which are the teams that are going in. And I know tomorrow are gonna be bangers. So, hey, I'm excited, Warren. Are you?
Oh, absolutely. And on that note, we are starting tomorrow at 4 p.m. CST +2. So translate it to whatever time zone you have. Log that in. We will have other lovely faces as well here tomorrow, I believe. But us as well, right? So yeah, if you were having fun today, don't worry. You will be having a lot more fun even tomorrow. The plot thickens, the battles will get stronger and more ruthless as we will get deeper into the tournament and qualifier itself. Well, Kronos, any closing words for today?
It was a great day. It was a quick series coming in the last one. I'm excited to see what we have in store tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. Subscribe, like, share, follow, do all that good stuff. And we'll catch you tomorrow. MEC Season 2 Open Qualifiers, the second one, day number 2. So presented by Surge, powered by Runestone, Kronos, and Warren. We're out of here.
For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. 8-6 all the hay. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the. On record, off record. I still count wins when they got it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want to act, not the ghost. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste. Running through it with the young influence, adolescent presence, I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected, but the moves elusive, and I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winners when I know you're losing, so I work the winners and they throw the deuces. Guess I have to pivot, shooting no bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper, cash, fuck a tax. That's a joke. Tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag. Brody plot, but get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's straps. Whoa, whoa, whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste. Facts, I need racks, paper, cash, fuck a tax. That's a joke. Tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag. Brody plot, but get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's straps. Whoa, whoa, whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to make no time to waste. For the rugged. For the rugged.